Welcome to another episode of Death from Above. I'll be your GM and host, James Durham. Joining me in the studio, I have Sean Stoney, Sarah Geiger, Tammy Wynn, and BJ Altman. We're on our 14th week, and we are very, very excited to be here, and thank you all so much for joining us. I want to take a moment and thank some of our Patreon supporters. Daniel Lamb, Angela, oh my, I'm going to butcher your last name, I'm so sorry, but Wizzer, it's some interesting spelling there, and I'm terrible at really interesting spelled last names, but so I get it right, it's Wiwczor, and I have no idea how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. And John Hakeem Bushnell, thank you. Our pre-show store is open. If you want to get on any of those items now, we've got 4 great ones for you. One for each of our cast members and an Op4 one as well. Other shows we have that you can support are on Mondays at 6 p.m. The Metapocalypse is continuing. It will be part 6 of the Metapocalypse. Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, we have Zoe Game Night. We have this show every Saturday at 1 p.m. And we've got some special stuff with this show going on right now. We've got this contest. I don't know if you guys know about it, but we ran this contest. We got all these entries in, and we've got some judges going over them right now. And we will be announcing the winners shortly within the next few weeks. Our goal was to announce during a very, very special episode we have planned this month. During the events of MobaCon, our standard cast will not be available, and so we are going to present to you Mech Wrestling.
Yeah! Yeah! Wrestling!
See, they're excited, I'm excited, you should be excited too. I also want to take time here and thank a couple of our wonderful mods, Paximo, Alien Knitter, thank you guys, we couldn't do this without you. I kind of want to go over those pre-battle purchasables real quick if it's okay. I want to take a minute because not all of them are the same as they've been. Like this week, I've got Heavy but Nimble, and this is for Leo. If you buy this one, she's more difficult to hit by 1. This is a huge deal in this tabletop game. That is an incredible benefit. Katya has From Space Russia with Love, which means once per round she can either fire a weapon a second time or use another move action without firing weapons for the round. Also another huge pre-battle benefit. Crazy Like a Fox for Amelia. This one is a different one. It's new, it's an update. Amelia can maximize his mech's movement efficiency, increasing his walking MP by 1 and then recalculating the running MP. That is also another huge benefit because speed is life in this game. For the Op4, we have an incredible buff available to them called Hold the Line. If the Op4 unit does not move, it ignores the +1 penalty to hit from indirect fire and reduces clustering rolls against it by 2. It also reduces damage against it from energy and ballistic weapons by 1. That is pretty serious. I am really excited. We've got a great show planned for you today, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as we do. And how about we roll some credits?
Reactor online.
Welcome back. I neglected to tell you how to get to and use that store when I was talking to you before the credits roll, which is our zoe.straylogic.com. At the moment, you need PayPal to use it. They're having an issue with the credit cards being run, but we're working on that right now. Enter the amount for donation. Hashtag in the comment box. Make sure that what you put in that comment box is appropriate for on-air reading. It will be censored if it's got something, that could be inappropriate. It automatically does it. We have no say in it. So if it could even sound a little weird, be careful, because sometimes the censor bot just jumps in and just lays a censor down for no reason. Yeah, put a hashtag for what you want to do in there and send it in. We could really use the help. They could really use the help today. This is a very, very special kind of combat scenario for our cast. So I am really looking forward to that. I also want to take a moment and thank our wonderful tech, Leo, because she is all by herself and working really, really hard back there.
Woo! Leo, yeah!
And I know exactly how difficult it is to be back there.
Is that okay?
I'm just having fun, guys.
So let's start this up. We will find ourselves in the briefing room, a common place where this show likes to begin, going over the events of our last episode with this cast.
Alright, team. Rampart is getting a little bit of a checkup. As you know, he had a bit of a problem. His Battlemaster is completely gone. Its head unit was at least salvageable. The Cataphract is also going to be in the shop for I don't know how long. The feat hasn't... He wept.
Oh, that's...
And... well, you did recover the agent. So, team, tell me. What did you do wrong?
This was a mission where we were supposed to buy time, and with that being said, I think we could have taken cover more before even trying to fight. Delay before we even really need to fight.
I let the clans get to me in the head. They got to me and they went into hot and then they got me and so now I'm gotten. So, that stuff happened.
Is that it?
I honestly feel like I could have just called the shots better. I really don't think we could have... I think the damage that we took could have been avoidable.
The correct answer is nothing. You were given a job to do. Buy time. Protect the asset. You did that. And you guys came home alive.
I did not expect you to be so nice right now.
It's very easy for mech warriors, and no offense, but still young mech warriors, to get in the habit of thinking you must always kill your enemy. It's you or them. That's not the case when you're out there. You have a job to do. Your job was to buy time for the rest of us to get in position and reinforce you. Your job was to protect that agent and bring them home alive. Your job was to all come back alive if you could. You did that. Hold your heads up. Take a little pride in what you've done.
Thank you, sir.
Now, that agent and I have had a quick chat. As we know, those code names, the Society, the Prophet, they've been chatting with Comstar. And something very interesting came out of that. They're looking for a place to construct a bioweapon. UX-375.
Are you kidding me? It's not real, right? Like this.
So I'm pretty sure our agent had no idea what that was going in, so it's not like they just rolled up 3 random numbers and put UX in front of it. So I'm pretty confident in this, yes.
What?
My jaw has tightened just from hearing this. I need to take a break.
So what do we do now? We have to stop. We can't let them do this. We can't let them create it again.
I agree. Remember your contact? When you and Mason went out for a little stroll.
Strabo. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to pay a little visit to him. And we are retasking to that. It's the best lead we have right now. Get a meeting with him and see what you can learn. We'll go over the details after you've had a chance to decompress. It'll be a long trip.
Got it.
All right, dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Spasiba.
A short time later, we find a rather distressed Leo.
Who is it?
It's me.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Come in.
Hey, Leo.
Hey.
Hey.
You're not wearing your usual tracksuit?
No,
Are you okay?
no. Here, I brought you this, I brought some of it.
Thank you. Look, do you want to talk about whatever's going through your
Yeah, I
mind?
really do. We can't do it, Leo. The clans, they're too strong. The clans, they're too strong.
What are you talking
They're too
about?
strong. The clans are too strong, Leo. I was out of commission by Clan Wolf. They're the wussies of all the clans. They're the worst clan, and I was out of commission by Wolf. I received a transmission a while back.
Okay.
I was offered my old life back.
You mean like with Jade Falcon?
Duh.
So what did you do?
I didn't reply.
That was the
How
smart
did-
thing to do.
How did they find me? How did they know where I was? This ring they gave to me when I was born.
Oh.
It's all I have left of the thing I knew.
Do you even want to go back? Like,
I don't know. Nieta. Nieta, of course. No, I do not want to go back. I don't see a way out. The clans are getting too strong, and now they want to make a bioweapon.
yeah. So
We-
what? You're just gonna give up?
No. No. I just do not know if I can do it. I do not know if any of us can do it. They're stronger than me. They've always been stronger than me. What are we even fighting for? What is our hope?
I can't give you a reason to fight. I think that's something you just have to find on your own. And I know it's hard. It's hard to fight the clans and feel like you have a chance and feel like you're not gonna die every time you go out on a mission. I get that. Okay? I know. But that's not gonna stop me from trying. There are people that I care about that I need to protect. And that is why I'm fighting. I can't give you your reason to fight, but I know that there's something out there that's worth it for you, okay? It doesn't even have to be big, like, you want to go see a Second City show? That's good enough reason. You know, you want to... The point I'm trying to make is that life is really hard, and every day I want to give up too, but I'm not. And I'm not gonna give up on you either. there's something you want to protect, if it's you, if it's your freedom, if it's your dream of going to a Second City show and having Steven Spielberg notice you in the audience and
Hashtag Katya could use a buff here.
thanks, chat.
You knew it. I am very sad.
Yeah, if you want Steven Spielberg the 29th to find you and notice you,
I think he would. I think he'd pick me out of a crowd.
yeah, that's a reason worth pursuing. Okay? That's how you keep hope alive.
Permission to land a hug?
Permission granted.
In Soviet space, Russia nerves break down you. Heads up, hashtag Katya. You can make it and be great, strong hero.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
And thank you, Leo. I'll go drink some coffee from the espresso machine I finally learned how to use.
That's progress.
I will take this back.
Oh, okay.
I love you.
A short time later, we find ourselves just outside of Tamar City, on Tamar, the spaceport.
So,
So,
got your sidearm?
yep, it's right here.
You have your exfil planned?
Yep. Yeah.
Let's go over it one more time. For the warehouse you're at, go out the back. Turn left, make your way to Cavill's Diner, and duck through there.
Okay. Yeah, you seem pretty familiar with this place.
Cavill's Diner is a landmark. It should still be there, yeah.
Should still be there. Like, how old is it supposed to? What?
I was born here.
Oh, you gonna try to visit some people that you know?
Kinda hard.
Okay.
The last time irregulars were here was Snords. And they happened to kill a lot of people, my family included.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's been a long time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What you should worry about is the job.
Look, I got it.
All right.
Meet the contact. Tell him that I'm looking for information about where UX375 can be made or stored, and hightail it out of there.
All right. Now, if they say that they just want to give you the cure, what do you do?
I say that I want to make sure that whatever happened to my mom won't happen to anyone else.
Good.
Yeah.
You got this.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Backup can't get to you immediately, so if something goes south, out the back, take a left, Cavill's Diner.
Gotcha.
I got faith in you.
Oh, wow, this is weird. Thank you.
Whether you realize it or not, Percival, Rampart, myself, we've put a lot on your shoulders, not to mention the overall situation. You've handled it well.
Thank you.
We have faith in you.
Try to live up to that then.
All right. Get this job done.
We'll do.
A short time later, we find Leo meeting with her contact in a crowded tavern.
Where's Strabo?
It's occupied, Miss Shields.
Okay.
I assume you have something for me?
Well, it depends if you can give me what I want.
I believe we already have terms, if I'm not mistaken.
You want Harrison?
I do.
You can have him back. If what you give me is good.
I can give you the cure for Harrison. That is a fair exchange.
Look, I don't want just the cure. I want to know where UX375 can be made and stored.
Oh. Well then, that would change our arrangement, wouldn't it? The rest of what you want is going to cost you. You're going to have to do something for me if you want to know that.
And what would that be?
I need you to blow up a power generator feeding an HPG.
Why?
That's not part of this arrangement.
Okay, when?
3 days, noon. I'll send you details. You pull this off, give me Harrison. Got it all.
Alright.
A deal's a deal. Good luck, Miss Shields. And now, in the quarters of a Comstar adept who receives a priority message. Adept Hobbs, I believe that your facility may be under threat of an attack. I would suggest you prepare your garrison.
What sort of an attack?
Our intelligence ROM agents believe that there are terrorists operating on your system.
We serve a civilian population.
We are aware. Be on your guard.
From whence comes your information?
As you know, we cannot reveal the sources of ROM agents in the field.
As you know, it's my duty to ask regardless.
Our intelligence is reliable.
Reliable. Well, as you leave me with nothing else, I suppose I'd best prepare.
Good luck. Back aboard the mule, in a briefing room, we're going to decide how this battle goes about. And while that's happening, I want you guys to start this poll. Now, in this poll, you are going to determine what this Comstar agent needs them to destroy. Now, in addition to this power generator, you will vote 1 for the ammo depot, 2 for the command tower, or 3 for the bridge. And we'll count up those votes while we have this next scene in the briefing room where they are going over their plan of attack.
He will give us the information if we blow up some power generator powering an HPG.
That's risky.
Yeah,
So, you know that, first, good job.
thank you.
Second, blowing up an HPG is a crime against humanity. Now, this is only a power generator, but authorities can get a little fuzzy. It all depends on who catches you. How do you feel about this before we start?
I don't know anymore, but it's my mission, so I have to do it.
Fair. Never lose sight of your feelings. So, an HPG generator. The only one is just outside Tamar City in the hills. We can bring one up on the hollow tank.
Oh,
So, Lance Commander, where do you think we should enter from?
honestly, I think it might be more advantageous to possibly sweep in from this side. It'll give us more cover and advance to, wherever we're trying to get to.
Gotcha? Any ideas?
I think the boss just spoke.
It's fair. Any concerns?
I mean,
Just the normal ones. I hope I don't die today. I hope that we can get out and do the thing right. And I hope that, maybe later I can take a nap. So,
how many people are gonna be screwed over because we just destroyed a generator?
So this generator probably feeds at least half the city. That means hospitals will go down, traffic lights will go down, there will be accidents, response times for police, fire will be delayed. Hospitals have backups, so shouldn't be any lasting harm there. Patients will be taken care of. But there will be casualties. We can't fool ourselves about that. What we are doing is a terrorist action. It is what I have trained for, but not what you have trained for. What does that look?
Are you a terrorist? Did you just blatantly tell us you were a terrorist? Did I miss something?
Well, there's a lot we don't know about you, so I don't think you
What
missed
you
out on
do
anything.
know is that I am part of Loki, the Lyran Intelligence Corps, shall we say, the arm of it that is a state-sponsored terrorist unit.
Okay,
That is
so
what others
blatantly
call us.
terrorist. Okay. Okay.
As necessary, we do things like disable jump ships and assassinate leaders. Yes. Speaking with that, I need to make sure that A, we are not caught, and B, we are not caught on cameras. This might be an attempt to get blackmail material on us.
There's so many layers that's happening right now.
Should we even trust this
Where
guy?
would the cameras be?
No. But that's taken care of.
All right. I'm sorry. You were saying.
Where would the cameras be?
All mechs have gun cams.
Okay.
Cameras on facilities.
Well, my cataphract is down, so I will need a new one. So I will be indisguisable there, and then of course I am a master of accents. I can do anything. Really.
Excellent. We'll be relying on that. So you may remember not so long ago when Team Bonsai offloaded our new mechs, we had an altercation with the Free Sky Separatists. You may remember Prodigal actually saved all of our bacons. His was the only mech that didn't really malfunction. All 4 of those mechs are at our disposal, and Lafitte's been kind of tinkering with them. So we have a Marauder, we have an Orion, Quick Draw, and a Wolverine. Do you have any preferences?
Dibs on that Marauder.
Try not to get killed. Rampart's also been eyeing it.
I'll take Orion, please.
All right. I'll go something a little bit lighter to make sure that you have skirmish support. To answer your earlier question a little bit more fully, no, I don't trust anyone in Comstar. That is why, although we're being watched, I must assume I contacted an old acquaintance. Duchess is shadowing him, and will trail him to wherever he goes, keep track of his movements, and report back.
All right. One last question for you, since you're trained in terrorist
Blowing
arts.
shit up.
Yeah. What is your 2 cents on where we should go? Where we should enter?
We focus on our objectives. The first objective should not actually be the power generator. It should be the power couplings from the generator out to the rest of the grid.
Can you display point to it on our map?
It'll be attached to the power generator. It'll be a harder target to hit because it's a little bit smaller, but it doesn't move. That's a good thing.
Okay.
Basically look for giant cables coming off of it and shoot those. The reason for that is that it'll prevent any surge from going downstream. A lot of our weapons will be packing 3-particle projectile cannons. That's lightning in a gun. You hit a generator with that, I'm no scientist, but you try to avoid just in case. We don't want that causing anything bad downstream. Minimize losses.
Gotcha.
So we cut that, cut the generator, and then shoot for that secondary objective. What was that secondary objective again?
I sure would love
The
to
command
know.
tower. The poll was closed at command tower.
Command tower. Dope. Okay.
All right, so given the layout of the map, your entry position that you set for us will put us right near the generator as the first target. And then from there, we're close enough to the command tower to continue forward. And then we get the hell out.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
One other thing, don't use your real names
Ooh.
or call signs.
Okay. Should we? All right. We'll just make one up. Then.
Do you have any thoughts?
I am not very creative. Would you like to name us?
My name is Bertram.
Bertram?
My name is Bertram.
Okay.
Your name is Marion.
What?
Marion.
Marion.
The.
Marion.
These will be our names, and then we are from South. The south part of like America on planet number 3? Planet C59? I do not know.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay.
Just like my favorite movie, Gone with the Wind.
Oh, that's an old one. Okay, yeah. What about for Melia over here?
It seems like you would not like me to name you, but you are amused
I'm
at the
waiting.
prospect. Let me see. What if you were Luke?
Fine.
Luke.
I'll be Luke.
Luke, Bertram,
Bertram,
and
Marion.
Marion.
All right.
And those are our name. Do we need to come up with call signs too?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Free Sky separatists generally don't think that far ahead.
All right. I mean, okay.
All right.
I'm very excited for this.
All right.
Then we should get ready and move out. I'll see you in the hangar.
Spasiba, Luke.
Hey, we are about to go into the battle portion of this episode. So if there's anything else in that pre-battle store you want to get, now is your last chance to get it, as the mods are going to start changing it over to a battle store. Speaking of the battle store, we've got some really cool stuff in it. But before I get to that, I want to make sure that I give a special thanks to both Tabar and Rakan for the turrets. We got a whole bag of turrets from you, man. They're unpainted. They're hidden
Behind
right here, but they are all unpainted at the moment still. But I want to pull one of these out. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see them when I'm hanging on to one of these, but these are really neat. They've got these little hex spaces, and I have both the cannon variety and like this lovely missile one. They even move. Very cool. And it seems you have chosen the command tower for that objective. So why don't we get rolling right into that while AK starts changing that store over, and roll me some battle music.
Commencing deployment.
Oh yeah.
Wait, let's ride.
Mech warriors prepare for combat.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Finally got my aspiration.
Oh, I'm glad. Holy.
We are live. Solid deployments.
Well, Miriam, I sure weren't expecting these varmints to be here.
I surely was not either, Luke.
Yeehaw.
I reckon we should go ahead and continue what we're doing regardless of these fellers.
Rodeos.
Road, is that what people call them?
Probably.
Rodeos.
On our first turn, everybody's considered to have been walking, at least a few on here. Jake and I pass you.
Absolutely.
And one for that tank down there, too. I can't get that far.
This is so fun, you guys. It's like we're back in theater school, and now we all have our parts, and we're playing them.
So while he's changing it over, I'm going to talk about some of these lovely store items we have, like Pack Hunter. Pack Hunter is Leo's buff. It's pretty dang cool. It gives a -1 bonus to hit a target already attacked by a teammate this round. And in addition, we've slightly altered things. If some of you have missed a couple episodes, where our pilots can now use their buffs for a reroll instead of using it for their buff. So whatever is going to be more appropriate to them in any given situation. We of course have Molotov Cocktail for Katya, which the target's heat increases by half the amount of damage that she deals, which can be really, really mean. Again, also spend it for a reroll if that's better suited to you. For Amelia, we have Focused Fire, which makes one hit location roll for all the energy weapons. Just one. That can be really, really, really ugly. We also have Superior Intel, which they can use to get those bonuses to those dice rolls to make a miss into a hit. For our Op 4, because they're Comstar, we have one of our favorites, Reach Out and Touch Someone, which allows them to use it on a single unit. Then that unit gets +1 damage at medium range or +2 damage at long range. Or, if they don't want to use it for that, they can trade it and get +1 to either their walking or cruising speed for the round. So either way, big benefit payoff. Smokescreen is a classic favorite of the Op 4, used to confuse and befuddle the enemies. And for neutral, we've got the possibility of an unstable generator. Oh my, that could be bad. And how about we start with some initiative, guys? Unless we shouldn't because of the composition of mechs, but I think that we do actually have a pretty even split.
Yeah, because lights,
We have
vehicles
lights, we have
go
some
as
mediums, and we have the vehicles, so it's definitely an initiative roll.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
And for yourself, please, sir. Grab those 2 dice, and you're trying to
Beat
get
a
a better,
five.
better roll than a 5.
Oh.
Well, boxcars. So let's hope he doesn't roll like that all day, or this could be a very short show.
Right is on my side. I think that's
That
good.
would be
So,
awkward.
Your lightest vehicle is going to be, I believe,
I think they're all light.
I think all 3 of your tanks are light. So any one of those you're going to start with.
Yes. Am I aware that this enemy force?
The enemy force has arrived on the map. You have enemy inbound mechs.
May I contact the enemy forces?
You, of course, have open channels and comms. You may do so as you wish. Whether or not they'll respond, I can't say.
They certainly may not. They don't look like reputable sorts. Attention, incoming mechs. Please state your intentions.
I heard Tamar is a beautiful place to visit, and I'm just taking a stroll around in my big mech.
It is like I'm here to see barbecues.
This is restricted space. This facility serves a civilian population. Please veer off.
All right. Close comms. Shouldn't we just get on with this?
Well, Miriam, looks like they got themselves a Hetzer. That sucker's got an AC-20 that can take out a cockpit of any Orion I ever met. So, should probably kill that thing, string it up, skin it, and then take out that generator.
I mean, do we need to talk in accents when our comms are closed?
Just nothing.
All right, then. Open comms. I'm sorry, my good sir. To who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Adept Hobbs. I repeat, we serve a civilian population. 1 million souls depend on this power generation. Veer off, or we will open fire.
Adept Hobbs, do you have a friend named Adept Calvin?
Open fire.
Oh,
You can move any one of your tanks first, so pick one of those out that you want to do first. And
I
grab the
guess he
sheet for
wasn't
it.
a joking kind.
Any one of the 3, and I'll help you find which one of these
Sure.
sheets it is.
None of these things are in view yet, right?
No, but you are aware that they are in fact over there on that side of the map, so
Definitely.
they are definitely closing in.
All right. So I don't think I want to move any of my tanks.
Okay.
I think I want to wait until they can fire.
So do you want to delay then, is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, you are delaying and passing it over to the other side.
Yes. Bold move.
That's, I believe the Wolverine will go first over there.
Yup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just eyeing that Hetzer, and it is not a pretty sight.
You do what you think is best, Luke. You've been waiting for this day to what was that movie with Kevin Bacon? Is some
Footloose.
Yeah, you've been waiting to get
You're footloose.
your foot.
You know I
Been
always
waiting
fall
for it.
asleep and move at night, 'cause you all show the dullest things.
You were right. That was a terrible movie.
Well, nuts.
I am personally
1, 2,
offended by
3,
that
4,
comment.
5, 6, 7.
I'm sorry, computer. I just don't have the
8.
attachment to Kevin Bacon that I should at my youthful age.
GM,
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
is it fair to say that I cannot see the Hetzer because it is level 1 and it's behind a level 1 hill?
It is level 1 and behind a level 1 hill. I'm having a hard time getting a good vantage from there. I'm gonna say no, that you just can't quite see it.
That's fair.
It is debatable. If I had a better angle, I might be able
No,
to say
it's fine.
differently.
I
But it
will.
looks to me like it would be exceedingly difficult to hit that answer.
Well then, guess I gotta take a pot shot at that there crab.
Okay,
1,
you
2,
do
3,
that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that'll be medium range for that PPC and
His was a 1.
long range for everything else. So,
And
3
Walker run.
I ran. That's how I got a 3 in my defense. So I'm gonna need me a 8 on my PPC and 10s for
for the
everything
rest.
else.
Sounds good.
So let's see how bad I whiff. That PPC, yup, it missed. That first medium laser, yup, it missed. That there SRM6, whoop, can't hit the broadside of a barn. And that medium laser, oh, it missed too.
Not a single hit. Not an auspicious opening.
That's okay, Luke. That Skywalker kid wasn't that good in the beginning either.
But I can shoot womp rats with my little rifle.
Yeah.
I feel like you two are having more fun than I am.
You know, this was your idea. We're just trying to roll along with it. I thought you loved theater.
We're gonna transfer back to this side of the table. You have delayed, so you could use one of those lighter ones. Either way, you're still in the bracket of wanting to use one of those tanks first.
All right. So can either of these tanks target that?
Well, let me see. If you, with a little bit of moving, you quite possibly could.
And this one I have.
Why
just
did you
laying
do
in
this
wait
to
for
us?
you.
Yeah, or he has that. I believe if
I
you pull
can't
up that sheet on
stop.
him, the Hetzer is decently fast.
Oh my god.
So
I gotta go rustle me up
That's
some
her-
tissues.
all right, with the Hetzer, it's got a cruise of 4 and a flank of 6. So I mean, it would be really quite conceivable to pull forward, turn around, and then open fire.
Let's do that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Totally conceivable. It's not going to give much of a penalty for them to hit you, but you are also carrying a really big gun and maybe less
I
concerned
guess it's just
about
me
them
with the
hitting you
tissue
than
today.
hitting them really hard and ending the fight now.
I believe this Hetzer knew what this was, and it knows that live.
I almost think it sounds like I'm saying tushy.
Turning about,
Yep.
we'll put you in firing range. Unfortunately, you don't move even 2, so your modifier is going to be 0 for him, for people shooting at him. So he's very easy to hit the next turn, but on the same token, you're only dealing with a penalty of 1, and his penalty, which is a 3, correct?
3 plus
So
the hill.
4 and the hill, so a penalty of 5. You're going to need a 9 to hit with that Hetzer.
Oh man. Okay. Strategic sacrifice for Hetzer.
9 or higher?
Oh,
7 is not quite enough, but that's all right. That's all right. We pass back to the other side of the table.
Miriam,
Oh, wait.
that big
no, we
gun's
don't, because
scary.
we still have 2 other tanks that need to move in this phase before that happens. So both of your tanks are going to have to move before we pass it over to the other side.
Okay.
Unless they.
Or you could delay. You could
Alright.
not move, but this allows you to move and operate right now with those tanks.
Yes, I believe we'll move and operate right now.
All right.
We need some deterrence. So this tank can move down off of its elevation, correct?
Yes, it's gonna. I believe it costs an extra for the tanks over the, even for downhill. That they
Nope.
don't get they
Well,
get the bonus too.
They get the normal bonus that we have on DFA.
But I thought their penalty was 2 for going down an elevation, not 1.
It just means they can't go up to elevations at the same time.
Understood.
That's
All right, so
As
you
long
can
as I
just
didn't
move.
beach it on top of a butte.
Correct. You can
Alright.
drive right down from that then.
Excellent.
But we could arrange for that.
No, thank you.
I mean, I got a cousin Daryl who
that,
has
I
another
believe,
cousin named
is-
Daryl, and you should see his parking.
I believe that's your scorpion there,
What are we talking about now?
which is also 4/6 for speed. So you can move.
Is
4
this
cruising or
offensive
6
to
cruising.
anyone that we're doing
It has
this?
a very good long range, so
I'm
it's mostly about
sorry.
getting a line of sight on him, and you can't quite see anybody from that position is a
Alright.
problem.
So-
So he's going to have to move to get to line of sight.
So I'm going to move him here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3.
You could do
and
1
then-
for the turn,
Yeah.
2 for turn, 3, 4, 5, 1 for turn makes 6.
That sounds good.
And that's a cruising speed and gives you a lineup shot with that
Although
AC
he's
5.
got a turret, does he need that extra?
He doesn't
turret?
need to turn, but it already puts him pointed that way for
Okay.
his next run.
Good enough. All right, so I'm gonna attack with this guy.
Correct. So we're going to be looking at 2, 4 there, 1 for that. You're going to be looking at, again, the same thing. You're going to need 9s unless we're at range. 6, 7, which for that we're looking at 6. So you got medium. You're going to need an 11 to hit with that AC 5.
Oh goodness. Okay. Do it.
12
Hit it.
hits with the AC 5. Let's roll a hit location on the Wolverine. Roll 2 dice one more time for me.
Okay.
Better that little gun than the big
7.
one.
7, that's going to be 5 damage to the center torso of the Wolverine. Shots fired.
Yep.
What other weaponry does it have? That machine gun is too close a range. It's only for targets right on top of you. So that's all that tank can do. But you still have one more tank that has not operated there on that
All
turn.
right.
Where is the sheet for that handy?
It's on the other
On the
side.
side of that one? Oh, okay, I see what you got. Ah, the Hunter. The Hunter is basically a missile launcher.
Oh, that sounds
So,
useful.
you want to keep at least 6 hexes between it and any other enemies, or you'll be within minimum range and suffer penalties. So his goal might be to be moving away from the enemy
That sounds like a good plan.
and using his friends as spotters to drop that LRM.
So this guy's a spotter, so he's fine. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we can
That
turn
gives us
for 1,
Cruising speed.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Although
Then
to
you'll
face
want
him,
to
do I need
turn.
around?
Yep.
So I'll go one,
One
2
less
less,
turn.
so I can turn around completely.
So 4, 5.
Yeah.
And that puts him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is
Medium.
medium range. So you're going to have 2 there. Cruising makes 3. Hill makes 4. Add the modifier of 3 is 7. You're going to need an 11.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
And you roll an 11.
Ah!
Nice.
Wow.
Oh!
The moral high ground.
All right,
Okay.
for missiles, what we
Oh,
start with is
my
cluster roll.
stars
We're going to
and
find out
stars.
how many of those LRM-20 missiles actually are going to hit him. So give me a cluster roll with 2 dice first.
Okay.
Which is going to be a 9. So if on the LRM-20, that means it would be 16. Do you have an anti-missile system on?
No.
That? So 16 missiles go through.
None of
are
these
divided
machines got
into groups
fly
of 5.
swatters.
So we're going to need 4 different
You
hit
okay there,
location
Luke?
rolls.
Okay.
So
Just
location
peachy.
1 is going to be
7.
5 damage to the center torso.
Ooh.
Give me a second location while he's inputting that
Is
in.
11.
We're going to follow that up with 5 to the left arm,
3.
5 more to the right arm, and the last 1 point.
7.
The last 1 point goes to the center torso. And then that does pass the ball back over to the opposing side of the table, and one of their heavies is going to get to move.
Do I need to make a piloting check?
How much damage are we looking at? 16, 21 total points of
Sure.
damage. Yes, you will need to make a piloting check.
I should be barely fine.
All right, 21 is no modifiers to it, so it's a straight check. So one of the heavy mechs on this side of the table will operate.
I can go first. I can go first. Okay.
This is you.
Yes,
Okay,
that
Orion.
is the Orion.
All right. I am going to try to just move up here and start firing.
What is your 6?
4, 6.
4, 6. I'm
So
good in that general
yeah,
direction.
right.
1 forward. Turn 1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And what are we firing at, Katya?
I am going to fire at the big generator we need to kill.
Whoa.
Firing at the generator.
Close
monsters.
comms. Hey, you should shoot at them cables. What are you doing?
She might not be able to see them from that vantage point.
Oh.
That's a GM call.
Probably not, but you also probably won't destroy the generator in one salvo either, so.
I don't know.
We
She has
need
a
it
thing for burning shit down.
Then again, it is possible you could outright destroy it. Possible. Which worst case scenario means they might get a power surge upstream on. It's up to you.
So like
You do
how
not
to-
necessarily have to worry about it, or you can worry about it. It's up to you on a personal level what you think.
Well, so hey, hello, y'all. So as far as what makes you nervous, what makes you nervous?
Mostly that we're gonna ruin the lives of all these other people here.
Okay.
That AC-20.
Okay. So if you had a preference, do I hit engine or cable?
I would try to hit them cables. If you don't have a clear shot on it right now, I suggest you try helping poor Luke out there. If you have a shot on these guys.
Do we have a shot on them?
I'll let you take a shot on the cable, but it gets cover. So you'll be penalized by 1.
Okay, let me try for cable then.
But it is a stationary target, so this isn't exactly move, but it's small. So that adds 2 more to that. So there's a penalty of 3 on that attempting to hit that target. And then a run makes the penalty 5. So you're gonna need to get an 8.
Ha ha! Okay. Here I go.
All right, are we firing with everything?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Work
Here
your
we
way
go.
down the list then. The LB at 10.
The LRM will have a penalty, but
The LRM will need an 11, but everything else won't.
are you doing that with a solid slug or shotgunning it out?
4 is not going to do it, so I'm not worried so much about the type of ammunition used, but that is a good question. When you fire that LB-10X, make sure you let me know if you're doing slugs or shotgun.
In the next one?
LRM-15, they need an 11 on this one because it's close range.
4.
All right, you still have an SRM-6 and 2 medium lasers. Both of those, an 8 will do it.
5, 6,
7, not quite.
Well, maybe if we had some better intel.
5.
5,
You got
No.
one more gun.
And one more
don't you?
medium laser. You got one more chance.
Oh, please.
9 will hit, and because these couplings aren't a generator themselves, they're just a cable. A medium laser is more than sufficient to completely destroy this cable and coupling and turn it into a burnt crater in the ground.
Oh, that feels so nice. That feels just nice.
Good
to know.
job.
Successfully disabled
that.
one of them. I am going to grab one of these red dice. Would you mind putting this on the far side of the power station? Yep, there has been a coupling destroyed there.
Do we know how many couplings there are?
1 in, 1 out.
Okay. All good then.
Our next person is going to be on your side of the table. You will move either one of your mechs that you want to move and engage with.
Very well.
Your choice.
I'm going to move this
The
big
Jaeger mech, all right.
and get a little bit of distance with him.
All right, where do you want to move? He's a 4 or 6 if you're running.
So I'll move him 4.
Is there
Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave him right
movement
there.
point?
He's just going to fire. He's got cover.
grade.
Yes, you might want to
So
turn though.
So you
Yeah,
can't
so
jump.
we'll turn
You
him.
can only-
Right. So
All
if
right,
we
so
ran
you have
1, 2,
shots.
3, 4. I would need 7.
A really difficult shot, maybe. I'm going to say you probably can't even get line of sight on the Wolverine. You can get line of sight on the Orion,
Putting
but
yourself
that hill will
there
give
would
him
give
a
you
bonus
cover.
of 1 for cover.
Okay.
But you do have really great ranged weapons, so.
Yes, and I
The
would
only
like
way
to
we have
use
to
one of
kill
these
us
guys
is
as the
like
spotter for the
We needed to
long
shine
range.
energy.
Oh, he doesn't need a spotter if he has line of sight.
And then
Okay.
get
He
a-
only needs a spotter if he doesn't have line of sight,
All
which
right.
you have. So our range here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 is the range.
Okay.
That's medium.
You have no modifier for movement, but penalty of 2 on there and 1 for the hill. So we've got 3. The medium range makes 5. So you are going to need, is this your lead? Is it
Yes.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the guy that's going to need 8s to hit with those weapons.
All right, with all the weapons?
You have everything except for your medium lasers, which are out of range.
Okay.
So
So I'm
2
just gonna go down
AC2
the
rolls and 2 LRM-15 rolls.
All right, so here we go with the AC2 rolls.
AC2s, do 2 of those.
So
An
those are-
8 will hit, and then give me 1 more. A 9 will hit, so we have 2 AC2 hits. Now let's go to those LRMs. You have 2 of those to fire.
Alrighty.
A 10, an LRM-15 will hit. And then the next one will miss. All right, let's start with those AC2s. Give me 2 different hit locations. Remember, if you roll legs, you hit the hill and not the mech.
Okay.
So
9.
9, we are looking at a left leg, so nothing. Roll again. You shoot the hillside. 9, you shoot the hillside again. Now for the LRM-15, we'll do a cluster roll first to see how many missiles go through. 12.
That's all of them.
All of the missiles, all 15 come through, so it's going to be 3 different hit locations. Number 1 is an 8, which is going to be the left torso for 5 points.
Oh, that is
Does manage a hit. 1 more there. 9 is legs, so nothing, and then last one.
Keep on aiming for those legs.
You are shooting that hillside a
5.
lot. That is also a leg. Only 1 of your shots managed to not let the leg, but that hillside, wow, impressive, grouping on that
I'm
hillside.
gonna keep that hillside from conducting any more terrorism.
You most certainly did.
Yeah.
And that will pass things to the Marauder.
Birdie, are you flirting with that hillside? Is that why it's helping you out so damn much?
Bleh. I'm thinking he thinks he wants my attention. This is what is happening.
Adept Hobbs, where are you from? What brings you to this?
I am from this planet and we have suffered greatly already.
Oh.
Within the living memory of our own people, terrible attacks, children, families killed.
Oh no, now you're making me feel bad. Oh, guys, now I feel bad.
And yet they support them Steiners who are oppressing us in the Sky Republic.
That's right. What is that about?
Free Sky terrorists, there are other ways to voice your grievances. If you take down this facility, not only will lives be lost in the city, but we will be blind, deaf, and dumb to the deprecations of the clans. You will be taking down communications for this entire sector.
You know, Adept Hobbs, sometimes ignorance is bliss. 'Cause Tom's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have any
What are
line
you
of-
trying to fire on?
Well, I'm just wondering, do I have any line of sight on the tanks?
Let me see. On tanks, definitely on this
Just that
one.
one?
I can't
Okay,
quite
not
see the
these.
vantage. What is the vantage like on that answer?
Zoop. Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so nothing. And it looks like this hill is probably blocking her, but definitely any of
Oh, yeah,
these
totally
three
blocking.
are visible.
Okay.
And you, of course, can clearly also see the command tower and the power station. Though the other coupling is going to be on the other
on the
side
other
of it.
side, so I wouldn't
And you won't have vantage from there. Someone's going to have to get closer.
Oh boy! Alright, so running. I'm going to shoot the tower.
Shoot the tower.
I'm gonna shoot the tower.
All right, opening fire on the command tower. It is relatively easy to hit because it is a very large structure. This gives you a bonus of 1 on your
Cool.
gunnery check to hit it.
Nice. I'm gonna shoot with everything but my small laser. So first up is a large laser, and I am
14.
14. That's a long range. Okay.
So a penalty of 4 for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much long on it. Oh. Well, okay, sorry, I'm just looking at this. Just my large laser and 2 PPCs.
All long range.
Yeah.
That'll hit for sure. Boxcars.
Large laser and then TPC. 5, 6, 7. No, right?
Actually, because it's going to be 8 and then plus 1 to hit because of large target.
Oh,
7.
yay! And then I didn't make
All right, so
yeah.
2 of those hits. That large laser damage is what?
Large laser
Should be
is
8.
8.
And then the PPC is 10.
is 10.
All right, 18 points of damage have been inflicted into the command tower. A large, substantial portion of it blown away, especially by that PPC blast. If there was anyone inside, they are not anymore.
That command tower had a family.
Oh no!
That ferrocrete sure looks good when it's melting under your withering fire there.
Ooh, you know, I'm not gonna say anything anymore.
And then you'll finish out with your crab.
Very well. So that guy, pretty good range.
Which I think I messed up on last time. I
Yeah, he's a
classified
medium.
him as
He
a
should
heavy.
have gone earlier. It's okay.
I classified him as a. I don't know why I always think the crab is a heavy.
It punches above its weight class.
That's why I always think it's a heavy. That was my mistake.
So
We'll fix that.
he's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then turn around.
All right, that
4,
turns him to a 0 for his modifier, however.
And then he's
Which is
gonna go ahead
also.
and fire on that guy.
All right.
Yeah, but Luke.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes away for the Wolverine for range. And a walk penalty of 1 for you and 3 and the cover. So penalty is 5 plus range.
Okay.
So you are looking at basically you can only effectively hit with the large lasers and the medium laser. The large lasers you're going to be looking at medium range. So you're going to need a 10 and you will need a 12 with the medium laser.
Okay. Well, got to do what we can do to protect people.
So 2 you'll need a 10 or better, and 1 then you'll need a 12. An 8 won't do it. A 10 will do it.
Ooh.
And then this last
And then you
one,
need a
the
12 for that last one. That won't do it. So give me a large laser
What's
hit
the roll?
location.
Was waiting.
8.
8 is going to be the left torso of the Wolverine. Takes large laser damage. 8 points. Nice shooting. And that, I believe, should end us for the round. What do you guys-
We thought the
We
whole
thought-
thing was over.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna like call it right now and just.
Roll those credits, Leo.
It's just a round. We're gonna go back to the next one. We gotta pass to the other side of the table to start first with that Wolverine.
Huh. Does the building give cover? Is it big enough
Yes,
to
the
give
building
cover?
gives cover.
If I were there, would it give cover from which hexes? Just that direction?
Yeah, anything in this forward arc, including like where the crab is, probably this projecting this way from it.
So this would give cover from this direction? Or
Like that little line you're looking at there, which should be all right. Like if someone was in this line, it shouldn't be too much. If you're where the red die is, that is. If you're back 1 hex, then absolutely. But where that red die is.
okay,
it's
so
kinda
it is
uphill.
3 hexes high.
Yes.
Oh.
So you can get behind it there and get cover.
So from here, do I have a shot on the Hetzer?
Yes. Jump jets.
Yes, I will
Oh,
jump
man.
5.
Jumping.
So that's 3 on mine.
Yeah, you absolutely have a shot on the Hetzer there. And the modifier to hit is 0 for its movement.
6. So 3, it's going to be short range for the PPC and then medium range for everything else. So 6s for the PPC and 8s for everything else.
All right.
Unless there's something I'm not seeing on the board.
I will grab the Hetzer real quick so we can mark in damage if it gets hit.
Alright, PPC with a 7, that's a hit.
That will definitely hit. Next one.
Medium laser misses. SRM6 hits with a 9, and medium laser misses.
All right, so we've got a PPC and an SRM6 to
A
locate.
PPC's a 12.
Uh-oh, that is a turret hit on a, so which I don't believe
It
it
doesn't
has a
have a
hit.
turret, so it just goes to the front.
Just go straight to the front hit. That is a front hit. And we're gonna do 10, you said?
Yes, unless maybe if a 12 has some critical effect, that'd be awesome, but I don't know.
For hit location?
Alright,
You know, for hit location, it ought to, but I don't know of anything off
if
the
it
top of my head.
says on there, like little parentheses C
Yeah,
or something,
absolutely. It
that
does
means
for the
it's
turret.
a crit.
So it will be a critical hit. So let's give
Alright.
a critical hit to be front.
So that's an 11, so
On the front, let me grab one of these little sheets here to flip it over.
it should have
Ground
the
vehicle
critical
hit on the
charts.
front is an 11, is a weapon hit. That weapon is destroyed. You no longer have an AC-20.
Oh.
This is now an unarmed Hetzer.
Well, I still got potential, well, 2d6 missiles.
Oh yeah, we gotta do the missile locations first. That means it does hang on. How many missiles?
That was a 6 on that.
6 on the roll for the SRM-6, which is gonna be 4 missiles.
Are you still attacking that same vehicle?
Yeah, okay.
You're
well,
unarmed. He already fired. He can't
That
call the
monster.
missiles back. He can't
Well,
call
I
those
mean,
missiles back.
unfortunately, I can't shoot missiles down or turn them off.
War is hell.
That man in there
That's
had
a
3
4.
families.
A 4 is going to be
Oh,
a
man.
front. So I'm going to do 2 damage there. And again,
Another 4,
more damage to the front.
another 4,
More damage to the front.
and the last one, 6.
Damage to the front.
Well, at least I'm consistent.
You blew the crap out of the front of that Hetzer, including taking the AC-20 offline.
That's
Well
no more
done. That passes it over to your side of the table. Now, because I robbed you of it last time, the crab is also in the medium phase, as are all the rest of your tanks. However, I would put the Hetzer as the last thing you move in this phase because it can't do anything.
Yes.
So everybody else who can shoot is probably a higher priority for movement. So
All it
pick
can- all
one
it can
of
do
those
is
guys.
Bravely move into the field of fire.
So we're gonna do the crab or one of these 2 tanks.
So I'm going to do this guy first.
All right.
And I would like it to use its long-range
Is
missiles.
that LRMs?
And we're going to go ahead and get that war criminal over there.
All right. Then we're gonna
Which one? There's 3 of us.
All right. We have his jump modifier 3. You're not moving, but he's got cover modifier makes 1 for 4, and then we have range. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He is 10 away, and the LRM's range on that thing is going to make that medium range. So we've got there, we're going to need 10 to hit with the LRM.
I think I have the right one here. This one?
Nope, it's the other one.
Hunter and
Right.
Hetzer are on the same page.
There.
Okay. There we go.
10.
10.
All right, give me a grouping. How many of those missiles hit that Wolverine?
7.
7 out of there, so we're going to get 12 total missile hits. So 5, 5, and 2. So give me a hit location.
11.
That is going to hit the left arm for 5 points.
Second one is 8.
That's going to hit the left torso.
Third one is 5.
And that one hits the power station. You
Oh!
inflict 2 points of damage to the power station.
Oh,
Fools.
God.
Whew.
Okay.
Who's the terrorist now?
Oh,
You.
truly, I've learned a valuable lesson.
It would have hit the legs of that Wolverine, but unfortunately, the upper portion of that power station is right in front of those legs, and instead took those missile hits.
Yeah, you're doing your best, son. Don't worry.
Woo. Added
And that was the
bombs.
hunter, so we're gonna kick it. Oh wait, we're still in the heavy phase, so
Medium
you-
phase.
Medium phase. Sorry. So you still have to move those other mediums before we do a heavy.
Okay.
Care for that Hetzer. Its gun might not work, but it can still spot for
So
anyone.
this is a medium that I can.
He is also a medium. Yep.
Okay, so I would like to move him so that he can get a bead.
All right. He's a 5/8.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll turn him to face him.
And that
Like
again.
That's good enough.
Absolutely.
3 to 4 hexes is 1.
One.
Right.
Oh, she perms it.
So your modifier is 1 there. You walked for 1. He has a jump mod, making 3. I'm still going to give him the cover on that one.
Okay.
So we're going to modifier a 5 for your crab. He's going to need a 9 plus range.
Okay.
So what are we working with for the weapons again? We've got the large lasers, which he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at medium range. So you're going to need 11s for the large lasers, and can't hit with the others.
Okay, so just 11s for
Yep,
2 large.
2 shots, 2 large lasers.
Nope.
7 won't do it, and 6 won't do it. Not quite. All right. So you still got the 2 tanks that need to go. You have a Hetzer that can't do anything but spot,
All right.
and then you have your Scorpion there.
That Scorpion doesn't have line of sight on.
It does, but if you
it-
roll a leg hit, you will hit the power
Oh,
station.
we can't risk that. There's lives at stake, so he's going
So-
to have to go in a different direction. So we're going to roll him. He got.
He should be on the Scorpion. I believe he's a 4/6. That's the Hetzer Scorpion. It's the AC5 on it.
Gotta stop
That's
turning
it right
this
there.
over. Okay.
Yep. So he's a 4/6.
All right. So
And he has a turret, so if you remember, he's the one of your only tanks that doesn't have to
2,
point at the
3,
enemy.
4, 5, 6.
Remember that turns count as well. Anytime you turn a facing, that counts. For
Oh,
movement.
how do I go in a? I have
You
to
just
go
want
in
to go
a
in a
straight line.
Well, you could go 1. You could turn if you want. Like where
Okay.
are you trying to get to? Is the
I just
question.
want to be able to drop beat on him.
All right. I would suggest then 1.
And my.
What's your minimum on that AC5?
3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
And that's going to put it penalty of 2. So we move 1, 2, 3. For that, 3 for him is 5. And range. Yeah, you can turn that gun.
Oh, that's neat.
Which is short, so you're going to need a 9 to hit him with that AC5.
All right.
And a 5 will not do it. So that has been all of your tanks but your Hetzer that you can't shoot, but you don't have to move it. You can just leave him right there. You
No,
can
no, no.
forget
We
about
recall
him.
them. They need to get out of the field of fire.
Okay.
They've done enough. You've done enough. Brave work.
Thanks, sir.
So
1,
they're
2,
gonna go
3 to
6.
turn around.
Oh yeah, that's 3 to turn around.
Mm-hmm. 4, 5, 6.
And then I don't know what that.
He'll be at 1. And this one is at 0.
Okay.
And that passes it back over to the other side. They're going to get to move one of theirs before your Jaeger goes. So it's either going to be the Orion or the Marauder.
The Jaeger mech has lighter
I'll go.
but
I'll go.
So other
The other coupling's right on the other side of that. Yeah.
Okay,
If you
great.
got, say, up there by where the Wolverine is, you could easily see it.
can I come right here?
Let's see.
No.
Okay.
That
One,
terrain up there is
two,
rough, so
three.
it's will slow you down a bit.
I think from the top.
It's kind of that way to
4, 5.
make it a little more difficult to just come up the ridge line.
That's why we put that generator there, I
Yeah,
think.
it'd be either stuck there. Or
That rough terrain, hard to access it.
It's sheltered.
Mm-hmm. And primarily, if you'll look at it from an observation point, it's sheltered from airstrikes. That has a difficult target to reach with airstrikes,
Thank goodness.
as is the ammo dump.
Which one do
Both
you
of
think
them
is-
were designed to be difficult to hit from anti-air, which is the predominant thing that garrisons defend against.
I think we should still that way.
Okay. Okay.
Probably if you're gonna shoot something.
So-
shoot
Having
somewhere.
secret
Choose,
strategy
okay.
meetings.
Okay. Okay. So I only have 4.
You only have 6, but it's harder to walk on these gray tiles.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let me get up there, nevertheless.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yep,
Uh,
it's a little rough up there, so it's hard to move.
do I have good sight of the line?
I think you're gonna need to a little closer to get that coupling.
Okay,
It's
then
just
I am,
out of sight.
Then I am aiming at tower then.
All right, the tower is damaged, but yes, you most certainly can. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hex range, plus 1 bonus to hit because it's big.
Okay.
So you ran for 2 and then 11 hex range.
You're just these.
I'll shoot LB 10X and LRM 15.
All right, and see, both of those are at short range, so you're going to need 4s.
Okay. And for the first one, LB 10X, I would like to slug.
Slug. Good choice. 9 will hit, and then for the LRM. 12, that'll definitely hit. Oh my. All right, give me a clustering roll on the LRM. Let's see how many of those run in.
9.
So we're looking at 12 of those missiles hit, so 12 of that, and 10 for the LBX is 22 total more points of damage. The majority of the structure of this command tower has been blown away in several sections. It's starting to lean, and the upper floors are on fire.
This
The
does
Jägermech.
not feel good to me.
All right, well, we're going to keep on pounding away at that fellow who's farthest in front.
Got it. This one right here?
Luke.
All right. You might want to move just so you don't risk hitting the power station.
Very well. I have a lot of range, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull him back a little bit as well. I don't think anyone can even reach him where he
Let's
is.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1, 2. You could back up onto this level, but that's about the best you could really accomplish then. And it would only be up 1 because it's rough. You couldn't get up any higher than that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because if you run, you wouldn't be able to get the right angle to turn and shoot. You'd be facing the wrong direction.
This is baby steps. We'll get
Baby
there
steps
eventually.
is very, very slow.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the bad thing about that is now you're at a modifier of 0 because you're not in the woods anymore. You are easier to hit.
Yes.
But we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hex range to the Wolverine.
Okay. So that is.
You might want to
that
remember
would be
that
range for
pre-battle
most of
buff
this.
you bought.
Short range for the 2 LRM-15s.
You can either shoot twice or move twice if you don't shoot.
So I would, I'd fire both those and both AC2s.
So,
The
don't forget that next
AC2s You're
round.
gonna need 1, 2,
Pre-battle
3, 4, 5, 6.
the sheet
You're gonna
is
need 9s with the
underneath
AC2s
right underneath
and
the laminated
7
thing.
with the LRM-15.
That sounds like a plan.
So 2 that you'll need 9s for and 2 that you need 7s
Okay,
for.
so we'll do the 9s first.
All right, the 9s miss.
Yours is
There we go.
10, so 1 AC2 hit, and then give me the LRM-15.
from Texas,
Those are
Russia
sevens.
with love.
Okay.
So there's 7.
7, that'll one of those, and the
Saying
next
these
one.
all have Texas, right?
No, so 1 of each gets a hit. Give me a clustering roll for those missiles first.
That's on me.
9, so we're looking at 12 missiles hit the Wolverine.
Wow,
Those are all
this
for the
is.
All right, give me hit locations.
Okay.
Group of 5 is going to hit
9?
The left leg, which is going to actually get you on this one.
Thank goodness we readjusted.
Barely.
Yeah.
Give me the next one.
Is 9 again?
Also the left leg again. That's some good shooting on that leg. And then 2 points for the last one.
6.
That will be the right torso. And then you have 2 more points from that AC2 going to a location. So give me 1 more for that. It isn't a strong hit,
2.
but the AC2 is nice for that range.
It was 2 missiles, right?
2 missiles on the last group, and then 2 more damage to the right arm from an AC2. And then that puts it in the Marauder's hands.
You got this, Marion.
Oh, yeah.
Marion, you got this, Marion.
I do.
For the record, I feel so bad. I don't know, I know that might not make anything better, but just know, I feel bad about this.
Are you Russian?
Get out of town.
Well,
She's taking little acting lessons on the side.
These Free Sky terrorists are very cosmopolitan. Sharing their cockpits.
I'll share your cockpit.
Whoa.
Sorry, I feel bad about that. Again,
Men
that's
are
just
dead.
one more thing.
Inappropriate.
I'm so sorry.
What's that Marauder gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's change the subject.
Would I be able to like fit here or not?
It's totally feasible you can fit in that
Okay,
edge.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to.
absolutely.
Okay, so then I'm gonna.
Fitting where that red die is.
Might be better, but no. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You can get rid of the red dot.
6.
We are aware that that coupling is destroyed now. I just wanted to mark it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna shoot everything but my small laser at this crap thing.
Everything but the small laser. All right. His modifier is only 1, and then you've got range and 1 for the. Did you run or walk?
I ran.
And so there's 3 in range.
Okay. Ada Hobbs, it is. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce you to my team. My name is Marion. This is Luke, that poor fella you keep shooting over there, and our friend here is Bertram.
Spasibo.
Comrade Bertram.
Oh, are you? Do you know each other?
Yes, and we
Like I said, she's
went
been doing some acting.
to prom.
Wow, you two went to prom together.
I
That's
do not
something.
understand the game that you people are playing.
Missed you.
Nor I. She's a little in the head, you know.
Lives are at stake. Veer off. It's not too late to give up this madness.
But how will they hear our message?
No,
we
it
don't
was
make a
not
statement.
Adept Church, for the record. Thank you for pointing that out. No. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna shoot some stuff at your friend here. I don't know which one you're in, but
What are you firing at there? The
I'm
crab?
just gonna shoot
Alright,
the
so
crab.
6 plus range.
Alright.
And what are you shooting down?
I'm gonna shoot my large lasers, my PPCs, and my medium lasers.
So, 6 is your range, so I think everything is short range on that.
Okay.
I know the medium lasers would be medium.
Okay. Large
So,
laser.
6 for the large laser and PPC, 8 for the medium lasers.
Okay. 7 for the large laser.
Oh, they keep that next to the computer.
Missed on my PPC. Medium laser is good. Missed with my PPC. And missed on my medium laser.
So 1
only-
PPC hit?
Nope.
No?
Large
Nothing.
Large
laser.
laser and a medium laser.
Large laser and a medium laser. Okay, give me the large laser hit location.
3.
3 is going to be the right arm of the crab for 8 points. And the medium
10.
laser is the left arm. Shooting the arms.
Well, that's where all its weapons are, so.
If there's something I had to hit.
All right, the Marauder has gone, which brings us, your Jaeger has already went as well, Kravzev. We are back to a brand new round. It's going to be in the mediums first, so you need to move one of your tanks or your crab first.
All right. And when I move them, they get a defense bonus of some sort.
Depending upon how far they've moved. Everything is based for the defensive bonus, the number of hexes moved.
Okay.
So turning doesn't help them, only the actual hexes covered helps them.
Can I fire and then move?
You have to do the movement before the firing, unfortunately.
Alrighty. We're all getting together pretty close there. That doesn't seem very good.
Oh.
Alright, Crab. You're going to have to take one for the team here.
Oh.
So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And
You can move one more and still be a walk.
yeah, we'll do one more. We'll just get right on in there.
That'll also
move
make
one,
sure you have a slight
three.
defensive bonus.
Yep, it will give you a bonus of 1.
Excellent. It's as good as it's going to get.
So penalty of 1 for the walk, and who are we targeting?
We're going to
Hit
target.
me!
We're going to focus fire that same guy that we've been working down.
Oh.
Nope.
This one on
Oh
top?
yeah, of course.
All right.
When the dust
He is
and
a
the
little
rubble-
harder to hit than the other one, but it's still possible. Looking at 3 there, 1 for you. You're gonna need 8s.
Well, these guys are just as trained as that ROM guy said
So,
they were.
Nope.
Am I attacking
Yeah.
with everything?
Everything, the large laser you will need a 12, or a small laser, excuse me, you need a 12 for. So you have 8 3 times and
Yeah,
then
there's
12
3
once.
Okay.
8 will hit, but the other one, we have a medium and a small still. Medium hits, and then the small you need to roll 12.
12, come on.
So
No.
No, the exact opposite of 12. So let's give me a large location and a medium location.
Large location is 7.
Center torso for the large, so 8 points to the center.
Medium location is 9.
That's going to be the left leg. And unfortunately, because of the closing here, you're going to hit the power station with that one. So 5 more damage gets done to the power station.
You know, Adept Hob, I feel like you're hurting things more than we've been hurting things.
Yeah, hubris is a harsh mistress.
You can say that again.
Yeah.
And then that passes it to the Wolverine.
If I'm back here, can I see the couplings?
You can see that the only coupling that's remaining.
All right. 1, 2. I will jump then again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To try to. I'm assuming that's front.
Yeah.
Hit that coupling.
All right, penalty of 2 because of its size. It does not have cover from you like the previous one did, but you must incorporate your jumping penalty.
All right. So 8s.
8s to hit the coupling.
It's in that hex.
Correct.
All right. So I'll need 9s with the PPC then.
Yes.
And to answer a question that came up in chat, what we discussed in the briefing for this was that these were the captured free Skymechs, and Lafitte has been kind of tinkering with them, so they're a little bit off on from any normal variant. But they still look pretty close. All right, so let's get that PPC out of the way. It needs a 9. That's a miss. Medium laser 1. Ooh, that's a miss. Medium laser 2, miss. And how about that SRM 6? Well, that'll hit at least.
An SRM-6 is a hit.
How many missiles? That's an 11, so that's
That is
probably
more
all
than
6.
enough to completely annihilate the power coupling. I mean, that's 5 more missiles than you needed.
Excellent. Well, Miriam, just like that ROM guy said, those couplings are down, target's open.
Oh, what were you doing now?
And that passes it back to your side of the table. You have 2 tanks that need to move. One of those 2 tanks, in fact, both of those tanks
So
will
the
move
couplings
before
are
the enemy
destroyed,
does.
so you can shoot on
Okay.
them.
So your Scorpion and your Hunter.
So that's my Scorpion.
Correct. So you've got these 2 guys, and of course you can move him, but again, the Hetzer's only going to move. It's not going to shoot.
So the Scorpion has a move of 4. Can I get onto this hex right there?
Moving up
If
to
you
there,
guys
let's
stay
see,
in
you
this
could
area,
go,
you
we'd be
can
looking
shoot
at
everything you need to,
1,
and then we
2,
can retreat
that'd be
out
3,
the
4,
side.
5 to get up there.
As
Okay, so I can do
opposed
a
to-
flank.
Yep,
Move.
and be flanked to do it.
Let's do that.
All right. Flank speed.
Flank speed.
Let me double check something here because I'm not sure that I can do that. Oh, no, you can with that tank. Other vehicles cannot.
Nice.
Because you're tracked, you can actually move through rough terrain.
Excellent.
Other vehicles have a lot more problems with the rough stuff.
And then he's going to rotate his turret.
All right, but you have cruised, so you take the cruising, or excuse me, the flank speed penalty.
Ooh.
So you have a penalty of 2 for flank speed, the penalty of 3 for his jumping. It means you're gonna need 9, and you're shooting with something that has a minimum range.
Plus he has
They're
machine
both-
guns.
they're both
So you need,
one.
but this has a minimum
Oh, I'm
range.
sorry, I
See,
didn't see that.
the AC5, if you're closer than that, it's hard. So you need a 12 to hit with the AC5, or a 10 to hit with the machine gun.
All right.
Or no, 9, sorry. 9 for the machine gun, 12 for the AC5.
Too late for solid tactics, so let's just go for this. So the first one's 12.
Yep, need a 12.
Nope.
Won't do it.
Second one's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
The machine gun will hit. Give me a hit location for that machine gun.
I hope that thing's vulnerable to
boy.
bullets.
Watch it be a 12.
Center
7.
torso. 2 points to the center torso from the machine gun. One of my personal favorite weapons in BattleTech. Because for some reason they only shoot 90 meters.
All right.
You know, Luke, I reckon maybe you should get out of, you know, this tango
You
you're
have your other
doing.
tanks that are going to need to go before the heavies on their end go.
Okay.
Which
So-
includes your 1 non-shooting tank, which just moves.
So
No.
this, I forget which one this is.
Hunter.
There is your hunter.
That's the hunter.
He's your missile launcher.
So he's only got 1 weapon type on.
Yep, he is a moving
He's got
missile
a
launcher.
flamethrower.
Yep, for really close range.
Yeah,
That's
that
you know, if
I
people
can't.
try and get on top of him, it's a self-defense weapon.
All right, so I want him to move enough so that he gets whatever defensive bonus that he can use.
All right, so you want to cover as many X's as possible to do that.
Okay.
Because you have a spotter, it's his speed. You can back. We could do 8. So what I would consider doing is a 1.
And we're going to be targeting this mech, right?
Okay, 2.
That's
3,
perfect.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. That's the best we can do for that one, and that's
Okay.
going to cover us to a 2.
All right, and then we're going to go ahead and fire those missiles.
7, 8, and cover. So you're going to be looking at 2, 3, 4. You're going to need an 8 to hit.
Okay.
And a 5 is just not going to do it.
Well, good news is that he left himself out in the open and he
And now
don't
your
got
unarmed tank
smoke
still
to
moves,
cover
but
him.
it doesn't shoot.
So that unarmed tank, I've told that unarmed tank to clear the field.
So he'll move. You got to move to 6 with him.
Yeah, but do no more good there.
All he's going to do is move.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, and that passes it to the opposing side. Either the Marauder or the Orion.
I'll go. Okay. I'm going to shoot at the engine. That guy. That. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire everything that I can.
Can you fire twice with your buff or something?
I believe that I can.
What is what?
What are we shooting at?
This big guy.
Shooting at the power station. All right. Not moving.
Not moving. LB-10X will be a slug.
All right, it is a large target, so you're going to need to roll anything but snake eyes.
Okay. First one. What?
That would be a premature discharge and a complete
They got
miss.
snake eyes. There's a snake in my boots.
Okay.
Okay, that will hit. And what else do we have?
That was LRM-15 made it. Now SRM-6.
Hit and 2 medium lasers.
2 medium lasers.
So
That will
what,
hit.
let me do missiles to see how many of them hit their
And-
target.
Oh wait, I have one more.
What is
medium
your
laser.
second shot that
That
you're
one
doing?
will also. Oh no, it won't. Wait, snake eyes.
Yes, they
No,
need
that's
snake
not.
eyes. So that hits.
Snake eyes is just one.
Oh,
Two
okay,
ones.
never mind. Okay.
So you got 3. You have 3 medium lasers that hit then, or 2?
I have 2 medium lasers, SRM-6 and
15
LRM-15.
that have hit so
Okay.
far. So give me missile rolls for those, and we'll do the total.
What
damage.
about your
6?
buff?
We'll do that one.
We'll do that in a
Okay.
second. So 5, 6, 7, 8.
8
So
is going to be 4 missiles from the SRM, and then for the
5, 6,
That one?
7, so 7.
7, and we're looking at 9 there. So we are at 17 and 10, 27 points of damage inflicted to the power station, which is halfway in ruins and probably offline, but you're not sure.
But then I have a buff.
Yes, you do. You can use that buff and shoot again. In fact, I got this lovely little
will.
cheese for you.
So that will build up heat.
It will build up heat.
I don't.
You can fire a weapon a second time.
Mhm. Let's do the LB10X. Why not?
It doesn't produce much heat, so you don't really have to worry about it. Go ahead and
Okay.
fire that one off. Again, don't roll 2 once.
Ah!
That last shot is enough to finish taking out the structure supporting the power station, and it collapses in upon itself.
This is
Fires spreading, and many technicians wounded or dead.
This is a very bittersweet thing that I just did. I know it was good for the mission, but I feel very bad on the inside.
Ain't it horrible when you have to do terrible things to succeed?
I am so sorry.
That power generator had a family.
Your Jaeger mech, sir.
Well, this has become a revenge situation, I think. We failed to protect the power generator, correct?
Correct. The command tower is still standing for now, but it is going down.
Is it though?
It has taken a significant amount of damage.
All right. So
There are people in there with families.
So just my Jaeger is the only one who's
Mhm.
going. Okay, so I'm going to, with the Jaeger, we are going to continue to try and knock out some of these targets that have been softened.
All right, the guy you had been shooting has gotten himself significantly behind cover to the point that shooting him will be almost impossible.
He's too cunning an opponent. I'm going to go for that one instead.
Yeah, shoot
Or
The
me.
one
he's
down
cowering
here or
in
the one up
fear.
We'll do the one up top, because the one up top I know I've hit before.
All right, you're flying through Orion in the backfield. We're
Yep.
looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hexes for the range.
Okay.
You have not moved, so no penalties on there. Her penalty for movement is 0, but 1 point for cover.
Okay.
Really?
So that's medium
So-
range for about half of these.
So penalty of 1 to hit Katia for cover, and then immediate whatever your range penalties are.
Okay.
Who's
I don't
Kathy?
know
My
what
name
those
is Bert.
I don't want to remember the new names. I'm having a hard enough time remembering the right names.
Okay, Space Daddy, you got it.
Whoa, there's 2 space daddies now?
I'll
Two
just
Space
need you to do the math.
Daddies.
All right, so we're looking at 15 on ranges, so it means that you can hit it with any of these bottom 4 systems,
Yep.
and all of them except for the LRMs will be short range. So
You
you're
go
going
get
to
yourself
need,
one.
you're gonna have a penalty of 3 to that one. So you'll need 6s for the LRMs and 5s for the AC2.
All right, let's do it.
So 2 rolls where you need 5, 2 rolls where you need 6.
So we'll do the 2 5 rolls first.
That'll hit AC2.
No.
The second one.
AC2 number 2.
The second one's a 6, so that
Also a
hits.
hit, so 2 AC2 hits.
And then the 2 6s.
Yep. That will miss, and the other LRM.
Yep.
That will hit. Give me a missile clustering roll on that one.
7.
7. So we're looking at 9 of those missiles get through. So give me a group of 5 and a group of 4 for locations. Location 1 is going to be the right torso for 5.
Okay. And the second one, 10.
That will be left arm for 4. And then we got location for the AC2s, 2 different ones.
5.
2 points to the right leg,
And 7.
and then 2 points to the center torso.
How much do I have? Oh no, so just 2 points.
Which puts us to the Marauder, I believe.
Miriam, boss,
Yeah.
are you picking up them reinforcements?
Oh, we gotten some reinforcements coming
You
our
got that
way.
cicada that was back there? Thank you.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know how soon they'll be here, but
There are reinforcements
means
on
we're
your
gonna need to
scanners en route.
skedaddle.
All right then.
And I'm sure the GM will tell us which direction we gotta
Oh,
skedaddle in a minute.
They're going to be coming from that direction down there, closest
Oh,
to you.
No.
It is, in fact, where the majority of roads and travel routes are.
Well, that's inconvenient.
You're going to want to push through.
Wait, so a computer. Where are we trying to get to now?
You want to push through,
This way?
taking your objectives and get beyond these targets to a safe zone to be collected by the dropship, and hopefully not have your pickup identified.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it might be really bad if that happens. So, Marauder, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. Wow, it's like I'm trapped or something.
how much of an obstacle is the generator for moving through those hexes?
At this point, not much of any. Counted as rough terrain.
It's more an emotional journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kicking over the metal and girders and maybe the occasional dead body as you make your way through.
Sift through the broken hopes and dreams.
Okay, so can I do?
I don't like this mission.
Those were civilian engineers. I just want to make that clear.
1,
It's a
2,
testament to
3,
Are you a
humanity.
parent?
Five.
You're really good at guilting.
6.
Yes.
That's a thing, right? 'Cause there's only
Yep.
2 hexes.
Yep, that would work.
Okay.
You may also split fire, remember that.
Yeah.
You got your pick of targets.
Cool. I am going to aim my PPCs at the this,
PBC is the tower.
and
Okay.
then my large and medium lasers at this guy.
All right, you'll have a +1 penalty to hit for split firing, but because it's all in your forward arc, it's only a penalty of 1.
Okay.
And large structure gets a bonus of 2, so that cancels that out. So anything but snake eyes,
Okay.
With the
there's
tower.
Here's my 2 PPCs. Cool. Yay! 1 PPC.
hits.
2 PPCs.
That tower is barely standing.
Oof.
There's a whole section of the superstructure in the middle that all you can see are the support girders. The floors have been completely wiped out.
Okay, and then a large laser, 1, 2. And then I'm all short range for
You
my
are
lasers.
short range,
So that would be.
but you ran,
I did run.
and it has a penalty to hit of 2. And split fire for 1. So a penalty is going to be 5 there.
Okay. Alright, here we go. 7. It's a large laser. Here's a medium laser. Is a 9.
9 will hit with the medium laser.
And then a 10 with the medium laser.
Both medium lasers hit that scorpion. Let me grab the scorpion tank from you, sir. Give me hit locations on what I'm guessing is the left-hand side of that vehicle. So a side hit.
6.
6 is going to be the side. Amazing. And that was the medium laser, correct?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then next location?
7.
7 is that same side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's not quite enough to get to internal structure, but that blows through the armor of that tank on the side.
Okay.
Side armor is gone on the Scorpion. If it takes another side hit, it will be very bad for it.
Oh.
Adept Hobbs, you seem like a stand-up soldier. You seem to follow your orders and you take them to heart very seriously. So what does it take for you to question your orders?
What does it take for you to question yours?
I'm doing what I think is right.
You are walking through rubble that you caused. I am protecting lives. You do not have a moral high ground here.
I don't know about that.
Convince me otherwise.
Is it worth your time to save 100 lives or 100,000?
I am protecting 1,000,000 lives right now.
Okay, show off, whatever.
All right, we will jump into the next round. I am, by your sensors, to give you an account, at the end of this round, reinforcements will enter the table. End of this round. This is a brand new round, however, and it's going to start on your side of the table, because the Marauder just went. You're going to need to move the crab or one of your tanks.
Okay, I think that crab's gonna move. It's all jammed up. In a very sad
So you
space.
heavies gotta start hauling butt.
I think I should go.
So
2, 3, 4, 5, because I have.
So he can climb over this, right?
Oh, quite easily.
So
Remember,
he's
moving
gonna
up
go-
is an extra 1, so 1.
Does
turn.
it cost 1 for every?
Every hex
Yeah.
spacing is a turn.
So 1,
2, 3, 4 is up.
4,
So we
5.
could
5.
do
And then that's my 5
1,
move.
2,
Yep, that's a walk. Puts you at a penalty of 0 to hit you.
Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and lay into that guy.
All right, laying into that guy.
We need evidence now. We need to find out who we're up against.
All right, so you got penalty of 1 on theirs. Your walk makes it a penalty of 2. And everything else, the only thing you're out of short range on is the small lasers. So you're looking at 6s for the bottom 3 weapons and 8 for the small laser. So 6 for the medium and the 2 larges, and 8 for the small.
So we'll do the 6s first.
Okay, large laser, that'll hit. Large laser, that'll hit. Medium laser, that will not hit, and the small laser needs an 8. That will hit. So 2 larges and a small laser. Give me hit locations, and I don't think that is quite the rear. That looks like it's the right arc of that Marauder to me.
Okay. So first hit location's an 8.
8 is going to be a large laser hit to the center torso, 8 points of damage. Second large laser is the same,
8.
and then the small laser,
6.
we're going to do 3 damage to the right leg. Which is just under 20, so it's not enough to have to make a piloting check so far. And then it passes to the
Right leg
Wolverine.
or left
Right
leg?
leg.
Make sure before I hit enter.
Then we pass to the Wolverine.
Hmm.
One of my personal favorite mechs.
Well, I gotta wait for you guys to catch up, so I'll
No.
kind of give you a little bit of cover. Sure hope that Comstar Rom guy comes through with his end of the deal since we kept up ours.
This was all open comms, right? So Adept Hobbs heard what was being said.
Is there any other comms? We can close these comms? I wasn't shown how to close these comms.
Oh,
That guy didn't show me how to close comms.
Who are we shooting at?
The crab.
The crab. All right. Was that a jump there? Yep.
Yeah, it totally was.
So
I
you
know.
got your jump in range because he's got no modifiers for anything else.
So 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, just outside of that medium range. So gonna be medium range for the PPC, long range for everything else. And it sure is a good thing they don't have smoke yet. Makes them easier to hit.
Not enough people care about all these
So
deaths.
that'd be 8 for the PPC.
So now you are guilting everything.
Yes.
Everyone.
PPC misses, and 10s
Everyone's
for everything
complicit.
else.
Oh my god.
Everyone at home.
Medium laser 1 misses. Medium laser 2 will miss, and the SRM6 will also whiff. Because I just don't got good enough intel.
you're okay.
Man.
Look, Adept
Brutal.
Hobbs, what if we told you we're only doing what we're doing because somebody close to you was like, hey, you should go explode some stuff?
Any information you want to share with me doesn't alter what you just did. The lives you just took.
War's dirty, my friend. So's trying to stay alive.
This planet was at peace mere minutes ago,
Was it though?
wasn't it?
I don't know. Them clanners are real scary folk, don't you think?
I wouldn't know now that you've shut down our communications.
Look, if we just focus on the past, like we're not going to get through to like the future. You know, I think that you are a really good person, and I personally would love to get to know you more. Not right now, of course. Let's do this first, and then we'll get out, and then maybe have it.
I will
Might
give
be
you
after.
this one chance to shut down your systems. You will not be fired upon. I will inform our reinforcements to not slag your machines. You will have an opportunity to explain yourselves.
We've been explaining ourselves this entire time.
It is insufficient.
What do you need to know?
Who put you up to this? Who are you? Why is it so important?
We're saving lives out here.
That is not what it looks like.
I'm telling you, friend, ignorance is bliss. You only see a small sliver of what we know.
Ignorance in this case is not serving my duty and my people.
You have a tank to move.
I
One
do.
of two.
Well,
Either you're a
tanks
hunter
wait for no monologues.
or you're a scorpion.
So that,
You know, tanks always wait for monologues,
Yeah.
especially on this show.
So that scorpion is pretty well out of dodge. I don't think he's in too much danger anymore. But this is the Hetzer, correct?
That is the hunter.
The hunter, I'm sorry. So that hunter.
The Hetzer is pretty much not doing anything.
So that hunter is going to.
Hunter's your missile launcher.
Yeah, that hunter is going to go ahead and fire on that guy.
You might want to back up at cruising speed.
So
Or,
I
flank.
have minimum range of 6, so I do need to back up in
4, 5. Yep, you might want to just pull it back just a little bit.
So we go 1, 2.
You can also
You can just back up
drive
as long as you
backwards.
don't do flank speed. You
Oh,
can back up
I
at
could just go
cruising
completely
speed,
backwards.
but only at cruising speed.
1, 2, like
Yep,
that.
perfect.
Oh, that seems good.
And that makes your modifier into the 0.
Okay. Have at you.
Point penalty of 1 for your movement, 1 for the Marauder down there is 2, and range of minimum. So you're going to need a 6 to hit with that missile launcher on that Marauder. A 9 will do it. Give me missile grouping. Give me a cluster roll.
9.
9 on the LRM-20 will mean 16 missiles go through. So 3 groups of 5 and 1 group of 1.
Okay. First is 7.
Center torso for 5.
Second group is 4.
Right leg for 5.
10.
Left arm for 5.
And leftovers are 8.
I'll let him catch this
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Oops. Left arm, yep. And then we're going to do 1 more in the left torso.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did them all.
Nope, we got it.
Oh,
I was
no.
calling it to him.
Ah, false roll.
Calling it to him. Got it. You're good. You're good. And that's that tank, and we're still in that same phase, so your Scorpion has to go before we pass the ball back over to them.
Okay.
He's up
so-
there on that hill.
So that Scorpion can just rotate its thing around.
It
right?
could totally transfer it.
So let's see. He's got.
It doesn't need that die.
Nope, not anymore.
So he's got a minimum of 3 to hit with his.
And that
auto
guy's
cannon.
2, so he'll have a penalty of 1 on that shot.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. So he'll just go ahead and light into him.
So total penalty is only going to be 2. You're going to need a 6 to hit with that AC 5,
Yeah. And that machine gun's definitely going to fire also.
and
That's a
8 to
winner.
hit. Excuse me, 7 for the machine gun.
Okay. So 5 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
No.
2.
Oh,
Snake Eyes will not do it.
oh cool fate.
And then 8 for that, or 7 for that machine gun.
Nope.
Also, not going to do it.
Took too much damage.
Yeah, that side is just a little beat up by
That's
that
all
tank,
right.
and it's not
Scorpion-
doing great.
Scorpion tank's
Oh,
been
and you're
great.
a running tank that's just fleeing and can't shoot. You might
Yes.
just go ahead and move him.
He continues to run.
Leo, just because you've seen the darkness doesn't mean you have to become it. You're not a mercenary. You don't have to be one. Since when is Ron the one you trust? Hashtag smoke.
Oh, got you some smoke.
Hey!
The fact that it's from PAX?
Ooh.
I think you need those tissues again.
I'm gonna give him some tissues.
Yeah. So you now have 1 smoke. You
We're
may use
not
any time
trying
during
to
your
become
turn. You have to do it during your
evil.
turn when you
Okay.
use it.
I don't know
These
what that
are
means.
lovely little things. You just deploy smoke
This
in a
is-
square or hex of your choice.
Okay, nice.
So I'm going to leave this here for when you're ready for it, but you can only do it on your turn.
Thank you.
Can't do it when they're moving or they're getting ready to shoot. So
Some brave
if
soul.
you want to use it right now before I pass the ball over to you, can. Otherwise,
so
Yes,
sad.
of course.
Okay, so where would you want to put the smoke? Remember, you can put it in a square occupied by your mechs as well. Remember, like the trees
Oh,
square?
then I'll put it in.
Like
this-
you could put it right in that hex with that
Put it on the
crab.
head.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I don't know if that'll fit.
It should, or we can
We'll
squeeze
figure it
in.
out.
I'll let BJ figure it
Well,
out.
we know.
Sometimes we balance them and it works.
Yes.
Hey!
This means that everyone else is going to have a penalty of 1 to hit your crab while he's
Excellent.
up there, which is a good thing for him.
Because we totally want to hit that crab.
I
I'm
think that's
hitting the
entirely
sauce
possible. Which
'cause
passes
I'm
us over to this
sad.
side of the table. Either the Marauder or the Orion need to go.
Let me go! Let me go!
Let you go.
Cool, I am going to run the freak away from that corner. So, yeah, I just want to run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, and then I want to use pre-battle buff as well.
So she's gonna run twice.
Run twice.
Move twice.
Yes.
Oh, so you're just moving, no shooting? You can't move through an enemy unit. So you'd have to go around. Which way do you want to go?
This way.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof, that's how many hexes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That is a good movement and behind a lot of cover over there. It's going to be hard to hit that Orion.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm
Thank
good.
you, Chad.
All right.
I'm
That means your Jaeger now will go.
Okay. We're gonna focus fire. We're gonna try and take a prisoner here and get to the bottom of this travesty, this war crime that just
How was the angle on the Marauder from that Jaeger?
It looks like I have
Look
a
my
direct
side.
line.
Yeah.
All right.
He's good.
Are you not gonna move and just gonna open fire?
Just open
you're
fire.
All right,
Side
1,
two.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hex range.
Okay.
Their modifier is 1 for their movement. So you've got 1 plus range for modifiers. And that's short range for all 4 of these weapons. So you're gonna need to roll a 4.
Okay.
4 times.
Four
That's it.
times.
4 times, 4 or
Let's do it.
higher will hit.
We're doing it for the fallen.
That will hit. That will hit. That will hit. And that will hit.
Oh.
All 4 weapon systems hit. Let's do those missiles first since they're the slower part. So give me a clustering roll for an LRM-15.
8.
Don't be sad. It's because I know you're the best. Hashtag Intel, hashtag I am already sorry.
Thank you, Pax.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pax.
thanks. Alright, 8 is 9
For
missiles. So
killing
we're gonna do
my
5 damage
eardrums.
and 4 damage. 2 locations. Location number 1 is going to be the right arm.
And 11.
And location number 2 for 4 damage will be the left leg.
Mhm.
Missile grouping number 2, give me a cluster roll.
7.
That is going to be again 9 missiles, so 5 and 4. Group number 1
8.
is going to be to the center torso. And number 2, 4 damage to
6.
the right leg. And now we've got the 2 AC2 locations.
Yes, rickety cat.
2
Yes.
more points to the center torso.
And 9.
And then 2 points to the left torso. Those AC2s don't hit hard, but they hit often.
That's a good one. That's like a good slow.
And I think you gotta make a piloting check there.
Okay.
That is a piloting check.
4.
Barely.
But I'm not hashtag sorry, hashtag touch.
Whoa! You've got 2 of those reach out and touch some ones to use when it's on your
Well,
turn.
that ain't a little inconvenient.
So you can use it for one of 2 things. You can either make it so a unit gets +1 damage at medium range and +2 at long, or you can use it to get +1 at 2 speed for the turn.
Can I use those at the same time if I want to?
Both of them together?
Could they stack?
This doesn't say they
If-
don't.
If they was purchased twice, yes.
They were purchased twice. He spent 50, so I'm assuming he bought 2 of them. I can't see the quantity on there. But they're 25
We will
each.
assume he has 2.
So I'm going to assume that you have 2 by the look of that. Yes, you could quite easily stack them, or use 1 for one and 1 for the other, so to increase 1. But either or, but
Yeah.
keep in mind that you have the ability to do that. However, it is going to pass over to their
Yes.
side before you get a chance to do that, and
We'll
it's
probably
going to
not
be the
come up.
Marauder.
Oh, it's my turn.
Your center torso's not looking so hot, boss.
Yeah, but you know, potato.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
No, I'm just gonna I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Absolutely.
And then I'm just gonna.
You're going to try and finish the tower off. All right. Run penalty is 2, but it's a large target, so the bonus is 2. Roll your gunnery. Oh.
I've never heard that
Purple
sound
one,
before.
Bleed, purple 1, bleed, purple 1, bleed, purple 1, bonus 50.
I got
Aw,
no
thank you.
idea what
there's
just
this,
happened.
usually you guys see the cheer stuff in there.
Yep.
They get bits that way. Well, they're doing a promotion
Oh.
right now where if you do the purple heart one, they get extra bits at it. So every time they do that, we're getting a little extra thrown
Oh.
in for free because they're doing it. Extra
Well,
tip money.
Chat.
Thank you very much,
thank
chat.
You, Voodoo Lou Karinsky.
Yep, all those bits.
I will shoot.
So that was a 9 on that roll, right? Or was that a 7? I
That's
don't know.
That's a 9.
It's
Okay.
a 9 on my
I wasn't sure which
roll.
one of the trays was yours.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also. Yeah, it's a 9.
So
for
9's
large
gonna hit.
laser. Here's a PPC.
See, also going to hit.
At a, yeah, and then medium laser. At a 10.
Also
9.
going to hit.
Here's another PPC at 8.
10, 25. Keep
And
going.
then laser
33.
4.
And 38. You completely obliterate the remaining central part of that structure tower, and the whole upper half of it just collapses into a heap. And there's fire raging, and you can see a couple of people like make those running, screaming jumps out the window to try and survive as the building comes down. But you know how that one goes.
Well, I hope that rum guy's happy now.
And I want you to, if you can for me, on the very edge of that corner, put all of these down as we go into the next round.
If that rum guy don't release Jessup after that,
Yep, all in
I'm
that
gonna
back
be
corner.
mighty cross with him.
Yep, all over there. They are just going to be getting on the map as we start this next round. You have 5 more additional forces added to your numbers. Oh, make that 6. Sorry, I missed one. Put him back over there.
And that last one, that one you put the fear of not quite God into us, that's a solid in. It's a fast little scrub, and it's got an AC-20.
It goes really fast and shoots really, really hard. Which puts us in a new round. The Marauder is the last to go, so I need one of your tanks or your crab to go first, or your cicada.
We go that way.
We're going to have
So you can
crab
use
go
either
first.
the crab or the cicada, or any of your tanks are eligible
Off
as
the
well.
bridge.
Have that crab go first.
We go under the bridge.
If the crab
Actually, we can go
is
up
over
the
here,
hillside.
does this one get covered from that one, or can you take
Um,
it?
can-
Yes, he would get
The
covered
mech
from it.
can go up 2 levels at once.
So we're gonna do that.
What? It's what?
It's only cost 1 to do that.
Yep, so move 1, 2. The smoke stays in the square you were at.
Okay. 3.
That would have been some impressive portable smoke.
And then we're going to go ahead and keep on. Actually, no, I'm going to attack this one.
Attacking that one?
Yeah.
All
it's-
right.
Whoever it is that we bring down, that's
Move
going to
2,
be.
so your
useful for me.
modifier is going to be, I'm going to steal this one. 0 for you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range on the hexes. Modifier 3 there in the walk 1, so 4 plus range.
Okay.
And you are looking at short range for the 2 large lasers and short range for the medium laser. So you
That should be medium range for the medium lasers.
369. Oh yeah, you're right. It's medium range. You are correct.
I mean, you're shooting at me, so I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
make
So
some
since it's
small
medium range, I'm going
corrections.
to go ahead.
Medium
and
range
use-
just for the medium lasers. The
Okay.
2 large lasers are not, so they won't gain that benefit. Only the medium laser would if you use that
Gotcha.
one.
All right, I'll hold off on that for another round then. So I'll just attack with everything.
All right, everything but the
Eight,
small laser.
17.
Everything
So,
but the small laser.
looking at, you're going to need 8s or 10 for the medium laser. So
Okay.
8s for the largest. 11 will hit with the large laser. 3 will not, and then a 10 for the medium.
Yes.
All right, so the large
Also
laser
costs
will
one
hit. Give me
extra.
1 hit location on the Wolverine.
11.
11 is going to be the left arm, takes 8 damage on the Wolverine.
Well, that's the last of my armor, but it don't go through.
Ooh, very, very, very close. And then in return, that means it is the Wolverine's turn. I will warn you, though you are already aware, but to warn the rest of your side, as soon as that Wolverine goes, a whole bunch of things on his side are going to get to go before you get the chance to move again. Just warning you.
Is that Solidine a medium or a light?
I believe they're mediums.
So it'll go
Go
in the heavy phase. Well,
It
that's
is one of the only ones that won't go immediately following this.
Them strikers are mighty inconvenient.
And I have sheets for those right here.
Can you just walk me back 5 hexes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Getting
Yep.
into cover.
So that'll put me at a 2, please. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Dang! I can't hit that Solidine because that target needs to go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll just have to shoot a PPC at that there crab.
He's got no modifier for movement.
Well, that's convenient. I only got me a 1. And it's at medium range.
Do I have cover for the mech in between?
Intervening mech?
Unfortunately, no.
He's not right there in front of you, so it's a little
Alas.
different.
So that's only a +3, so I need a 6 to go crab fishing. That's a 7.
Crab fishing is successful with PPC.
And that hits in the 6, which I think
6
is the right
going
torso.
to be the right torso of that crab for the 10 points there.
Wow, that thing's barely been dusted up.
Yeah, the majority of the Op 4's actual mechs and tanks are pretty much not hurt very badly. They're in really, really good shape.
That's not very convenient.
All right,
Well,
after the Wolverine goes, we're going to pass it over to your side of the table, which is going to be essentially everyone except for your Saladin and your Jaeger are now going to go.
All right. So
So
we'll
one
start
at
with
a
this
time,
guy
start
because
with
I'm-
him.
Because I'm familiar with that hunter.
All right, that one is a good one to.
So he's got cruising of 5.
And you want to keep at least 6 between you and your target.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can do that. You'll get a 1 for cover, 1 for your own movement, 2 there. So penalty, you'll need an 8 plus range.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is beyond
So
minimum.
it's-
So you're gonna need to get an 8.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and do that. Oops. Nope.
6 is not gonna do it.
Fast enough. It's fast enough.
Brave attempt.
Your next tank, you can do the Scorpion. You have your non-shooting Hetzer, and then all of those tanks except for the light-colored one down there are all gonna get to go before we hop it over to the side of the table.
All right. So this scorpion is going to come down to here.
All right, he's gonna need to do a 1,
We're going to need
2,
don't go
3,
on the bridge.
4. It's gonna take 5 to come down.
Okay.
Get up there.
Well, get
So
on
he'll
that
do
bridge.
that. So that's past his cruising.
Yep, that's 5, so he can keep going 6, 7, 8, and he'll be out of movement.
All right, and he's going to try and autocannon the back of that.
Yeah.
which is
All
gonna
right,
take-
I did the math.
that's a penalty 2,
But
penalty
Bertram,
2,
we're gonna need you to make
and
yourself
you're
an
outside of minimum
obvious
range.
target.
So you're going to need an 8 to hit with that
very
autocannon 5.
Let's do it.
Taking it in the
Show.
shoulder.
That will not do it.
Okay.
All right, you still have a non-shooting tank from your original
We
forces
need to make
try
sure
and
that
move.
He
she,
continues
like,
to go first.
doesn't
Alright,
go
What we're gonna
off
do
the-
is
off
to
the
make
board.
things convenient.
get blown up.
I am pulling the Hetzer off the board because it doesn't have a gun and he's just running away every turn, and I don't want to clog up our turns with it.
I'll thank you.
Yes.
Sounds
So,
good.
On that end, everyone
Means
but
I
the
don't get my
Saladin is
roller
gonna go
skates,
before
but
they
sounds
go.
good.
So
Okay.
pick one of those things down there, except for the light-colored one, and start with them, and I'll tell you what we can do with them.
All right.
You have 2 strikers and 2 galleons down there
Are
for
these-
the
are
tanks.
these strikers?
Those are the
Yes.
strikers.
Okay.
The strikers are 5/8. The galleons are 6/9 for speed.
So we'll have the strikers go first.
All right, pick a striker.
Yep.
Start him his movement.
So 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Seem right?
I don't see you. If you have something really long range, you might be able to shoot through the woods down
He's
there.
got an LRM.
He does have an LRM 10. What are we looking at range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So you'd be looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13s to hit, which you can't do.
I like them numbers.
Yeah, I like those odds. What about, is that a valid target or is it
I
blind?
can't quite tell in the angle there, but I'm guessing
Could
that
do an
this-
indirect fire.
You could indirect fire, so there'd be 1, 2. You'd be looking at 12s for the indirect fire.
Okay. Well, it's free to fire, right? So
Correct.
might as well.
1 shot.
Yeah.
At a 12.
They're
to
not
hit.
paying me by the missile, so let's do this. Nope.
That won't do it. I move to your next striker and get him moved.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you said 8?
Yep.
Right. 7, 8.
And you can do the same thing, and you are looking at also needing a 12 with indirect fire.
Light it up.
Can you please hand
Nope.
me the
Nope.
small little dice?
Not going to do it there either.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, BJ. And then you've got the 2 galleons also, the 2 other little tanks over there. Those guys are 6/9 for their movement.
Okay. 1,
They want to get close. They have no long range capability.
3, 4, 5, 6,
They can move through friendlies.
7, 8, 9. So they're just gonna full speed.
Yep, they want to get as close as possible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They are light assault vehicles.
Yeah, this is just a foot race now.
And then your cicada is the last thing that you're going to have to move on that one. That cicada is
He just went
12.
straight.
So he can move up to 12 at a run. He is really, really fast, but a tin can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
9 hexes is 3,
7,
right?
8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12.
And that covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was also 9 hexes covered.
Okay. And I don't assume that this is capable of actually.
He's
Oh,
got
it-
lasers.
it's got an
and
AC5 Ultra.
AC5, so you might be able to take the shot here. We'd be looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14 for range, which is going to put us for that. You're going to need 13s again with that. So
Okay.
just a little bit too. If the woods wasn't there, you could get him with a 12, but those woods are protecting it.
Yes. And we appreciate the woods, so we're not going to do anything about that.
But that then does pass it to the heavies, and
Yep.
now one of their heavies, either the Orion or the Marauder, is going to get to go.
Ooh. You should go first.
Okay. Question: if I hop up from here, would it become? Hold on, music. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6.
5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. 1, 2, 5, 6.
Alright.
My torso twist. Can I hit anything?
Let's see.
Like
With your right arm, maybe.
Right arm arc weapon, maybe. Yeah, you could do a right arm arc on either this target or this target or any of those three over there. But
Okay.
it's a right arm arc only.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So it'd have to be an RA for the location
Yeah.
to use it.
I'm gonna shoot a PPC at the cicada,
PPC at the.
and I would be in a long range.
All right, so 4 there, 3 there, and then
Thank
2
you.
there
Well.
is yeah, you need a 12.
That's cool. It's fine. Oh
Not going to do it.
no.
That passes it back over to you. You can move the Jaeger.
Okay. So the Jaeger is going to go ahead and fire into those trees there.
All right.
Gonna have to turn maybe.
All right, that's
No,
a
you
walk.
don't have to turn.
You don't even have to. No, you can just torso twist.
Okay.
1, 2, shooting through 1 hex of woods. 2, 3. If you want to shoot, you have 2 intervening plus 1 occupying, so you cannot shoot the Marauder.
Okay.
And then it looks like
It's only
3
intervening
intervening?
that counts, not the occupying.
you occupy. So you could shoot the Marauder, and the cliff's not. So you can shoot the Marauder, but you're looking at a penalty of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and range 6 in range. So you're gonna be doing 10 or 8s and 10s.
Okay.
Or no, excuse me, that's before. So 12s and 14s.
So that's not possible.
Yeah.
Is it? Can he use his movement to leap down and defray some of those
see.
penalties?
You could have gone. It would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that blocks it. So.
Or get back up here so he's got higher elevation? I don't know.
Actually, that would solve this intervening hex, so it would be 11s instead of 12s.
Okay. So it would be 9s and 11s?
2.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
9s and 11s instead of.
I love it.
Problem is, he'd have his own movement to contend with.
But yeah, that increases it by once. That
Yeah.
puts it right back where it was, unfortunately.
And you can't walk backwards, so I think he'd have to run for it.
2, 3.
Yeah, you're gonna be impossible to get out of that bracket this turn.
Okay. So instead what I'll do is I'll just use movement to try and get out of there. And then take whatever pot shots I can.
Not a lot you can really do because of the rough terrain and trees.
Okay.
Kind of slows you down a bit.
Alright, it's free to attack.
It is free to attack.
And I can hit on a 12.
You could, but the running makes that increase that penalty by 2, then drop it 1 by the woods. So yeah, the ones that you needed a 12 before you can't, but the AC2s you still could with 10.
Alright, let's do it.
So 2 shots at needing a 10 or higher.
And this is me or the Marauder?
This would be the Marauder.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Yes.
10. So we're gonna do 1 hit, so 2 points of damage to the roll location. 4. 2 points of damage to the right arm. Just 2. They're usually used for anti-aircraft as opposed to shooting mechs.
Gotcha.
Really, really long range. And you might want to, do we have any, I can't see if there are any smoke screens left in the store.
Can we
get the?
We are
number
checking
on the
with
smoke
Leo.
screen?
I can't quite see.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
All
you are
good.
fine.
Don't worry.
It's okay, we
One
just,
smoke screen left.
there's one smoke screen. You
Yeah.
might consider putting a smoke screen somewhere before they start moving. Then again, maybe not, it's all up to you.
I put a smoke screen somewhere.
You would,
Yes.
it's your turn, you have 1 left you could deploy,
Yeah, I'll deploy
if
it.
you so choose.
I'll deploy it on top of my mech here so he doesn't get lit up. Because this isn't going to stop them from moving.
No, it will not stop them from moving whatsoever.
Okay.
It would be good if you were, but you don't have to be that obvious.
Alright, the Orion is up.
Okay.
It's also okay if you just want to run.
I just want to run. So can
Then
I
run.
run behind Rebel?
Yes, you can count these as actual hexes moving through.
Perfect. So I'm going to just use my pre-battle buff and just run. So
So you do
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rough terrain.
Rough terrain.
8, 9, 10, 11.
You're kicking through the remains of the buildings. Occasionally, what looks like maybe a body or something scoops up on the foot of your mech as you're going through.
It's probably just driftwood.
Just to.
Yeah.
They sure got a funny mannequin collection.
And then
in
that
there.
makes your salad in as the last thing to
You're
go.
not
That is an
making us
8,
feel
12
any
speed as
better,
well, so we
Luke.
can move up to 12. He really just wants to get close and hit something hard.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Cheapers.
It's kind of a race car.
With a big gun.
And that kicks us back over
let's get
to the Marauder.
What?
That's the plan.
Or excuse me, not the Marauder, the Wolverine. Sorry,
Oh, hey.
I misnamed him.
Well. Oh. Oh. Yeah, and if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna have to jump. Any idea what sort of a weight class that our bridge is made for?
You are not entirely certain.
Well, these sensors kind of suck, but I'll take
But
it.
it definitely looks like it's mech supportable.
Excuse me?
Just not sure if it's something that
1,
several of you
2,
want to be
3,
up
4,
on.
5.
Not quite sure if it's something that several of you could be supported by. But definitely at least a
And-
single mech could be supported by that bridge. At the very least.
I'm not sure if I got me much of a good shot from there.
You got a little one on the Jaeger and a little one on the Cicada. And the same on the easy shot on the crab is actually the easiest shot. You give a direct straight
Yeah,
line
I'm
to the
not
crab.
sure what the range on that though, because this
1, 2, 3, 4,
export's
5,
got a
6,
lot
7,
more
8, 9, 10, 11,
than our old
12,
one.
14 hex range.
Oh, well then I do got me a shot. May as well take it. That's gonna be 4 for the range, 3 for my jump.
And his modifier is 0.
Yeah, that's still 10. Well, that'll miss.
Do we have it?
We got 1 intel, and he's still got 2 reach out and touch someone's.
Mm-hmm. Well, that one Marauder went, or excuse me, Wolverine went, so we're gonna pop it over to your side of the table. You've got a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna have to go before they get to go again.
Okay.
Which is basically everything but these 2.
Alrighty.
So pick whatever you want to go first.
So we're going to start with the crab.
All right.
And that crab is going to walk forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. His modifier is going to be a 2 now.
And then he's going to start trying to shoot in the back of this thing.
No.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 range plus the 1 for the woods. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 plus range for modifiers. So 8 plus range And because she's at beyond short, you're looking at 10s for the large lasers and 12 for the medium laser.
Okay.
So 2 rolls at 10, 1 roll at 12.
Here's 2 rolls at 10.
No.
No.
No. And then a 12 to hit with the medium laser.
No.
No. Also not a medium laser.
All
If you have someone who is long range, it might be time to use that reach out and touch someone. Otherwise, if you need someone to say get closer faster, it might be the time to use reach out and touch someone to close that distance.
Oh, that's right. I can use that to go faster. Can't
Mm-hmm.
I?
This
got
recalculates their
options.
speed based upon their walking increase. So, for example, if you chose your cicada and used both reach out and touch someone's, you could move. You'd become a 10-15. You could cover 15 hexes with that cicada and then engage the enemy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Down
9,
is 1,
10,
7.
11. That seems pretty good.
So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 if you wanted to.
Yeah, this is a short range attack.
He is relatively short range. That Ultra AC has a minimum of 2, so you want to keep 2 hexes between you and somebody else.
Okay.
But
So let's do that because if he's there, then he's got that 2 hexes, right?
there'd be 1, so you'd want to be 1 further away. You want to be right there. Which puts us in a movement of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 5. That's the modifier on that one. So you've got a run penalty of 2. Penalty 2, so 6 points plus range in penalties. So we're looking at a 10 plus range for your different weapons on this crab. So with your ultra auto cannon, you're gonna need to roll a 10.
Is that the only thing that's...
Oh no, you're gonna fire all of your weapons in there.
Excellent.
Your alpha striking. That's not gonna hit. Both of your medium lasers, you are going to also need that same 10.
Yes.
1, next one.
Well, nuts.
Nope.
And the small pulse laser, it's actually going to be at long range, but plus 2 to hit, so you're still going to need 10.
Nope.
No. All right, so we had a medium laser hit, so give me a hit location.
7.
7, so we are going to be doing, and that is the right side, 5 points of damage on the right torso of the Marauder.
Well, that's actually the most convenient spot he could have shot. to.
Woo!
Pure luck,
Let's
pure
get
luck.
you out of there, Leo. Let us get you.
Now you still
It's
have
okay.
other
Medium.
mediums that need to move. So you've got the Scorpion
Medium.
that needs to go. Basically,
name's
everybody but
Marion.
these 2 still needs to go on that back end.
All right. These
So
guys
start
have,
one
these guys
first.
have very long weapons.
The 2 strikers have long range. The 2 bigger ones back there, and they're 5/8.
So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
And then that looks like they could probably get a shot there.
and that burned both reach out and touch someone's on that cicada for the whoever's
Okay.
minding the store. So which one who are we firing at with this guy?
We're firing at that,
The Marauder.
the Marauder in the bushes.
We're at 14 hex range. Penalty 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus range. So you are going to need a 13 with the LRM. So you cannot hit
Cannot
that
do it.
LRM because of that extra hex of woods. She's using that as woods as cover,
So
and it's keeping her protected.
So he'll just use up the rest of
You
his
could,
movement.
yeah, I would, if I were him, I would just do your other 3 hexes of movement and not shoot it.
1, 2,
Protection saves lives.
And then I would consider doing something similar with the other one.
And that was a total of 9.
It's 5/8, so it can move 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then both of those ones.
What
Thank
are
you,
they
BJ.
at? 2s or
They should be
3s?
at 2s for both of them.
Alright.
And then both galleons those are 6 9s on the movement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. I don't think any of those have a shot that they can really use. The
the
Scorpion
last guy.
is your last one to go on that before we flop it over. He's also a 4/6, but he has a turret unlike the other ones, so he can aim that.
So he'll go 1, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to try and shoot.
Also trying to shoot the Marauder. I'm going to give the Marauder 1 point of cover from the burning building.
Thanks.
So we're going to be looking at. You're
Did
going to
the
need a
right
10. You're going to need a 10 to hit with that AC 5.
Alright. Nope.
5 will not do it, and then that passes it over to the other side of the table. One of your heavies. The Orion or the Marauder.
Marauder, let's get you out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I can make a small suggestion.
Yeah.
Right now you're in a pretty good position. If the Orion moves, it can move and shoot and give a little bit of cover, and then we'll wait and see what they do rather than putting the Marauder out of position.
So I have Cadia move first. Is that your
I think
suggestion?
mean Bertram.
Bertram. Sorry.
My name is Bertram.
We call it Birdie.
Where would you have me move? Where would you ideally have me move?
You can get, you can get here walking. Actually, no, you have to run to get there because of the rubble.
Yeah.
But that'll get you part of the way up, and you should have a clear line with the elevation.
Okay, I will do. And then, so I will
Pull
go.
yourself out of there and up on top of the little cliff edge.
Right here? What can I do right here?
Where were you? We were here.
That.
I think you'll be one
One, two.
down.
Yeah,
but
you'll
you
be in
can
the.
turn. But it
there.
does give you some cover.
But that also is, again, cover as well. And cover from the burning building as well.
Unfortunately, you're at a 0 for movement bonus, though.
And then, can I use my pre-battle buff to shoot twice?
No, because you already moved.
No,
Oh.
she can
You
shoot
could
twice.
shoot, yep, you could.
did? Oh,
It just
sorry,
means,
sorry.
so you would shoot a weapon twice if you wished.
Okay. Who are you most concerned about? And I will shoot at them.
The one we can't shoot at yet, which is that Speedy Gonzalez guy way back there.
The Jeff Goldblum car.
He's definitely
Yes.
dangerous. That is also definitely dangerous just because of its speed.
But that guy will probably be easier to hit, and we've been
Yes.
clinking at him a little.
Okay, can I torso twist?
You could torso twist and fire at him. You're looking
What
at
does
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus range for modifiers.
Okay. So 5 plus. Okay.
It's a good thing he
I'll
don't
just
got
use
no
everything.
smoke
1, 2,
covering
3,
him.
4, 5, and he's 6 hexes away.
6
so
hexes.
he is pretty close. It's going to be short range
Doing what I
for
can.
both your LB10X and LRM15, which because 6 minimum range, he's at the minimum range, no penalty there. And then the SRM6 and medium lasers will both be at long range. So you will need 11s for the long range and 7s for everything else.
That's okay.
So you're gonna need
Alright.
7s twice, and that's not counting the refire. The second shot we'll do after all of these.
Okay.
So you still have that to use as well.
Okay.
So start with
for
the LB10X.
LB10X,
7. You'll need a 7 for that one. It's the easy one.
Okay, let's.
And that's
do
probably the one you want to double shoot
double shoot. Okay.
with your buff.
Slug.
Slug.
That's what I want to say. To you.
Slug. 7 will hit, so the slug's gonna hit. Slug times 1. Alright, your next weapon is your LRM15. That will also hit. Alright, now these are the ones you need the high rolls for.
Nah,
No.
7.
And then 2 more. Nope. And last one. Not quite. However, shoot that LB10X one more time with that little buff action that you have there, which will also hit. So 2 slug hit locations on that crab. 2 locations for me, please.
That's it done.
I'd like to just blow away the legs, but
4.
4 is going to be the right arm for 10 points.
that's internal.
All right, let's go ahead and roll and see if you get a critical hit on that one. 6, 7, 8.
That's 1.
That is a critical hit. I'm going to borrow the crab sheet from you real quick.
Yep.
What was that section? That was the right arm, correct? Let me make sure there's more than one. It is only the top section, so just give me a d6 roll.
You want high. Wow.
2 is an upper arm actuator on the right hand.
At least
That
it's
is
a
going
penalty
to
of
mean
1 to hit.
that this large laser will continuously have a penalty of 1 to hit with it that's on that arm, as
Okay.
that arm is stiff and more difficult to aim.
Just like Cousin
Then
Jenny.
give me another location for that 10 points. 10
Now I roll a 10.
is also going to be the left arm for 10 points. Not quite internal, but close. Isn't that what happened to the last crab? He got his arms blown off?
Well, he got pushed off a hill by a jumping scorpion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Blanc jumping scorpion.
Excellently done for the O'Brien. It's going to pass this.
Didn't you hit with the LRMs or not?
Oh, yeah, you did, actually. I'm sorry. Good call. Thank you very much. I know that she hit with those. Give me a missile grouping first.
We need every advantage we can
You
get.
do need every advantage you can get.
7.
7. So we are looking at 9 of those missiles hitting. So 5 and 4. 5 to the
5.
right leg. And then 4 to the
I was like, why is it so
Left leg.
quiet?
Now it is time for either your Saladin or your Jaeger to go.
So the Jaeger, where he is right now, still can't really target anyone, correct?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so that Jaeger needs to move.
Not until he moves. Both of them need to move to be able to fire. The difference is, he can hit things from a long ways out. The Saladin needs to be close.
Gotcha. So let's move the Saladin first.
All right, move the Saladin.
And what's his optimal range?
His optimal range is 3 hexes or less.
Okay. And he can go 15?
12 maximum. He's an 8-12.
Okay.
3 hexes or less is where he wants to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, you could 100% do just that.
And is that too close? Does he need to be there?
Nope,
instead?
he doesn't have a minimum range. That
No.
puts him in short, but the flank.
Probably
So we're
a
looking
4
at
again.
1, 2, 1 for Woods, 3 flank modifier of 5. You're going to need a 9 to hit him.
Okay. I don't know what his weapons are. I don't have
He only is going to be
AC
firing at
20.
AC 20. That's it.
That's wild.
That's what it carries
Little
around.
concerned about it.
Nope.
Nope, that is not going to do it.
Okay.
That is all right. That is all right. Your reach out and touches are gone. If someone could pull those out of the store, I would appreciate it. Thank you. And that passes
have
it
one
over
intel.
to our other side. The Marauder needs to go.
We do have 1 intel, remember.
Yeah, we roll. I think, well,
Oh, they're still trying to run, guys. They're still trying to run. The garrison force just doesn't want them to run away. It's kind of their deal.
I have way more armor than Brian.
Typically,
Except
that's
that
what they
center
try and
torso.
do after they're attacked.
Center torso.
Chase the
Sure.
enemy down and,
This
bring
is
them to justice.
an exercise in justice.
Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn. You can. It's either go to there or move only 1 hex forward. The 1 hex forward would still give you woods, but it'll make it harder for you to run away the next turn.
Is my right side
Everything except that center torso is looking pretty.
okay? Then I will do. Is it 1? Is this 1?
That's up 2 levels.
That'll
2, 3, or
5.
5?
So it's 1,
5.
2 because of the woods.
Oh, okay.
And then
1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Because it's so high.
Mhm.
Yes.
Got it.
You're basically climbing up a hill the entire height of the mech.
Like that.
Yep.
And then
Probably-
torso twist if you wish to fire.
Yeah.
And what do we want to shoot at?
Everything.
Jeez, this is so hard. So hard.
So the store, yep, all the store should have is 1 intel at the moment. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Which is
Good.
almost good for us because they don't got no smoke.
What's worse, a cicada or a Saladin?
Saladin.
Saladin hits a lot harder. The cicada is much harder to kill.
Okay.
Just like real cicada.
Whatever.
If you can, just bore down on that there Saladin with everything you got.
Okay.
It may only have 1 weapon system, but it's capable of one-shotting things with that 1 weapon system.
It's kind of like a hunchback if a hunchback was a ferret that had just snorted a whole lot of cocaine.
I love how much you are leaning into this. Like, this is truly a side of you I did not know.
You've truly obscured your actual identity.
So even if I torso
Thank you
twist,
for
would
saying
I?
You torso twist.
If I torso
Imagine
twist, I'd only
that
be able
becomes
to-
your firing arc.
But can I still use everything or just my right?
It would be like you're facing this way. So depends on what you're shooting at. Like if you wanted to shoot the crab, no, right. Or the saladin, you'd be stuck to the right.
Okay. Then I will just shoot.
But you can also split fire as well.
That's a good point.
That does impose a penalty, though.
Penalty of 1.
Penalty of 1 is a lot in this game.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot from my right side then.
Okay.
And do. Well,
Well, if you torso twist, you should be able to shoot everything.
no.
Because it would be facing like that if you torso twist. Which puts that projected out line this way. So
Okay.
it should only be the right hand side if she twists. If she
Yeah.
was able to do one more, I would totally agree.
I got a
with that.
building in my way, so I can't quite see the base there of that darn
Okay,
X.
I'm gonna shoot the saladin.
All right, what are you shooting the saladin with?
Large laser, PPC, and a medium laser.
Large laser, a PPC, and a medium laser at the saladin.
Flare forward.
All right, you had a run, so you got a penalty of 2. There's a penalty of 4 for its movement, making it 6. And I think that this is one intervening hex based upon the line of sight to me of woods. Making the modifier 7, you're gonna need a 10 plus range.
Okay, here's my large laser. Nope. PPC is.
You got one
I'm
intel.
gonna use an intel. I rolled a 9 on
Thank
PPC.
you.
10 will hit it with that.
Thank you very kind, the chat.
Thank you, that will hit.
I'm gonna shoot it. Yeah.
And then go
a
last.
medium.
Medium laser needs,
Yeah, make it.
All right, I'm gonna borrow the sheet that has the saladin on it.
It's listed as reinforcements on the back of that guy, I think.
Uh-huh, got it. It does have the disadvantage of being paper. So, give me a hit location.
10.
10.
Wow.
That is a turret hit, which is front because they don't have turrets. And that was a PPC or a large laser?
PPC.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that is almost the entirety of the front armor on that saladin.
They couldn't hear me. You couldn't hear
It's
me.
been nice knowing y'all.
Indeed. And so now your Jaeger's going to need to go before we go into the next round.
Alrighty. So this
What is
Jaeger
chat saying to us?
is
I don't know, I don't
going
read
to
chat.
10 plus
go
range, the range is 0.
1, 2,
There's no range modifier for those weapons at 3 hex range.
4.
They're all well beyond that for short range. But thank you.
4. So he'll go there,
All right.
and then looks like I can attack that.
Oh, that Marauder is out of the woods and everything.
Literally out of the woods.
So 1,
Out of
2,
the
3,
woods to
4,
get
5,
shut
6,
down.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hex range.
Oh, no.
You walked, penalty of
It's
1.
not you giving some.
No penalty for movement there, so you're looking at 1 plus so you're looking at 4 plus range to hit. So that
Birdie needs comfort.
Oh, what's
shot.
happening?
12
So
hexes.
You're getting
12,
shot.
So everything's short
That's
range.
okay.
All right, so
It's fine.
you'll need
You're almost done.
4s to hit
It's
with the
okay.
LRM-15s and
No, just need
AC2s
to
on the
get-
Marauder.
Okay.
And
Fours
all
to-
4.
fours to hit it.
I would do all 4.
Yeah.
Only 4 should be medium range.
Nope, it's all short. Oh, wait, no, medium is if it's over short, so less than medium.
Oh, so it's medium range.
That is medium, so you're
I'm
going to
sorry.
need 6s.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
It's got to
That,
be
like,
under this
prevented
number.
one beat a
It's
sweat.
got to be under this number to be no penalty.
All right, so here's the first one is, I think, the AC.
You've got 2 AC2s and 2 LRM-15s.
So there's a
AC2 is a 6.
Well, nuts.
LRM
Mm-hmm.
is
That'll hit. And AC2,
number 2.
that will hit. And LRM-15, number 2.
Yep.
That, all 4 weapon systems hit that Marauder. Let's do some missile clippings and
Well,
damage.
fiddlesticks.
It was nice knowing y'all.
How many missiles in that first one?
8.
8, so we're looking at 9 missiles hit, so 5 and 4. 5 damage to the roll location.
10.
5 damage to the left arm. 4 damage to the
11.
left leg. Missile grouping number 2.
12.
Boxcars. All 15 missiles hit on the second missile launcher.
Well, that's not too bad. I thought that was the location.
3 groups of 5. Roll me a location.
12.
12. The head takes 5 points of damage. I need a consciousness roll, and the pilot takes a wound.
I got an 8.
You are not unconscious, but you do take a wound.
Eight.
5 points to the center torso.
Still there, but barely.
Last one is 3.
You need
And
to
5
go.
points to the
Ow.
right leg.
I don't know, man.
Now let's do those 2 AC2 locations.
3.
That's going to be 2 more to the right leg.
Baby, you need to run.
And then after that, 2 to the right torso. And that was over 20 points, so I need a piloting check or you fall. 6, there's no penalty, so you're still good enough. You do not fall. Still standing.
You need to get up.
That puts it at the very end, so we're back at the top of the order again, because this side went last. The Wolverine goes first.
Well, nuts. I'm gonna delay.
A wise man for doing so. That puts it into your bracket to move one of yours. Now, at any
Well,
point,
all
he
of
can
his.
but until you want to stop.
Okay. Normally it's.
Or you want to
when
delay a full phase?
Yeah, normally when someone has said delay in
They
the
delay a
past,
full
it's just been a
phase.
full phase. I'm fine with the more convenient version.
It makes more logical sense to me to do it the other way, but I'll do a full phase
Yeah,
for
but just
fluidity.
because that's horribly advantageous to me, and I don't. That would feel like cheating.
I suppose, but it's also vastly more realistic. So pick out one of your guys. You want to start moving now from anyone except for your Jaeger or your Saladin. Any one of them can be one of the ones that goes.
Attention, Free Sky Forces. This is your last warning.
Tension free. What?
This is your last
I think he's
opportunity to
offering a
surrender.
back rub.
From here on out, we are firing to kill. Power down. Surrender. Explain yourself. Answer for your crimes.
I like a shiatsu massage.
I'm surprised you haven't been picking up them hints that Luke has been dropping about who's been sending us here.
I do not consider the intelligence that you're offering under these circumstances actionable. You will power down. You will surrender. You will answer for your crimes.
You will kiss my ass.
It does not
I
appear that
hope
they're
he
willing to
doesn't get
surrender.
close
Very
enough
well.
to do that.
But you heard the lady.
I did hear the
Who are we going to start with?
See, I am way good at accents.
so-
I can do it so well.
Start with the
Cicada?
cicada.
All right, where are we going?
Steven
So he needs to
Spielberg,
get
the
closer,
29th,
right?
is gonna go
Doesn't
nuts
necessarily. He is
over me.
close. He could get a little bit closer, but she's in combat range. But his benefit of moving really fast, kind of not really there if he's not moving really fast.
He gets a bonus when he moves.
I
Yes.
hope we don't
How many
die.
squares do we have to move to get that?
Well, the more squares, the better. The higher
Well,
the
I
number
don't
you
know
move, the
about
better your
everyone
bonus is.
dying.
Doesn't
I'm
matter
pretty
if you're
sure
just
I'm
running in a
okay.
circle.
Doesn't matter if you're just
But
running
I'll
in a circle.
try
It's
my
about
best
the
to keep
number
you
of
all out,
hexes
too.
that you
You've been
cover.
doing
Even if you ran them
good
in a
job.
circle, and there's also the option of running and getting behind. But if you run and get behind,
All right.
Marauders,
My
you're
biggest
exposed to
concern that
yourself.
would be on your
Ryan,
mind right now.
I
is
would
you
consider
having
trying to cut them
lose
off
that
because they're
ride.
trying
So
to
I can,
escape.
Well,
I can try and get up
Big
here.
Daddy,
Very much so.
he was
You can
eyeing that
go-
mech for his own. So he might be a little upset he doesn't get to use it.
Oh, you know, he's been mad at me before, so I don't really mind. But I guess if he doesn't have a mech, he'll be out of commission for a while.
Oh, I can just go right under the bridge.
Oh, you could just totally.
Let's just go right under the bridge and sneak up behind that other guy.
What?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a whole underside to this bridge.
And you actually want to be back further than that
That's a
because
good
you want the
metaphor
2
for
hex
life.
minimum range for that
There's
auto
a whole underside to this bridge.
Yeah.
There's a
Don't
whole
they call
world
that like an
outside.
underpass or something?
Yes, they do. However, he jumps, so he's fairly difficult to hit. You're looking at modifiers of 5 plus range, so it's all short range. So you're still gonna need 9s to hit with anything, even that close.
I like those odds.
Just because if everyone is jumping and running around so fast, it's hard to hit.
And I have the one.
So let's start. Well, actually, that cicada has a few weapons. It just didn't have anything that could hit before that range. So let's start with the AC 5. Don't roll 2 1s because you're going to double tap
Turn
it this
left
time.
one and just
Okay.
bug it the hell out.
So a 10 will hit because you needed a 9. So you're going to hit with that. We will determine the number of hits after a moment here. So we have 2 medium lasers. Those ones you're going to need 12s with.
Nope.
Or, sorry, those are also 10s. Sorry. 10 and 10. No, the small pulse laser is actually only going to need an 8.
Oops, sorry. Nope.
No, so only the Ultra AC 5. So let's see if both of those hit or just one. So give me a grouping roll like you did for clustering with the missiles. 10. So both Ultra AC 5 rounds were hit. So we're going to do 2 hit locations on this Wolverine.
And is that the rear or the left?
That is actually going to be.
I can't see. You're calling.
That's the left-hand firing arc.
Okay.
So 5
Hang on, we're going to do 5 damage to the right leg
and 6.
and 5 damage to the right torso.
If it's on the left side, that should be the left then.
Left side. We'll do 6. Yeah, you're right. Left leg, left torso. I apologize.
Okay. Just want to make
Side.
sure it's being done right. I mean, it's more advantageous if it's the other way for me.
I think they're trying to get a win out here and stop you from running away.
Sounds like it.
And Chad has a lot of viable ideas in there going, well, you got to move the rest of these little guys now, too. You've got a crab, the strikers, the galleons,
Pile
the
eject.
scorpion.
Alright.
Pile to eject, then they'll
So-
take us for sure. Oh, you mean the cicada? Yeah, the cicada can eject anytime. I'm happy with that plan.
7, 8. So that crab
In fact, he
is
can
going
eject while
to
he's
just
moving, get a little bit of
fire
extra air,
on
deploy a hang glider,
All
and
right.
just cruise
No
on
moving.
down.
9 hexes away.
Non moving, so your modifier
Except for the
is
helmet
around
cam.
0.
Totally extreme sports.
Our modifier is also always 0. So you've got range.
So that's medium, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it depends on
that's
what we're
long-
shooting.
That's long range for the medium and medium for the large.
All right. So you've got 2 that you will need. 1, 2, 3, 1. You're going to need 4s
Okay.
for those 2.
Yes, she does.
And then you will need 6s for that, and you can't do the other.
Okay, so we'll do this.
And one of them, it's actually 4, and then 5, and then 6, because one of your large lasers is a penalty of 1 for the actuator.
It got jacked. Okay.
So large laser that you only actually need the 4 for.
We'll do this in ascending order. So this is 4.
That will hit. The one that you need a 5 for because of the bad arm actuator.
And then this will be 5.
Also will hit. And then
this will
the
be 6.
medium laser.
This is me, right?
Miss. So 2
Well,
large laser hits.
tarnation, that did tear
Give
you
me
up.
a location.
9.
9 is going to be the, let's see, left torso of the Marauder.
Well, that's a good place for it.
And the left arm for the other one.
That's at least acceptable.
Both of those large laser hits. You still got the Scorpion, the 2 Strikers, the 2 Galleons, and the Hunter.
That Scorpion's actually got some range on it.
Yeah, that AC-5's got great range.
So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he'll go ahead and take a shot.
All right, I'm going to give 1 intervening hex of woods cover on that one for the firing up through because the Scorpion's squatter than a mech. He doesn't have the elevation.
Sure.
So it's kind of aiming up through the tops of the trees. So you've got 1 there. 2 for flank speed is 3 plus range. So 7 plus range. 6, 7. And his medium, so you're going to need a 9 to hit with that auto cannon.
Okay. No. Oh,
No.
I don't know if that does something.
No, you don't have an ultra on that one, so you don't have to worry about rolling snake eyes. And you still have the strikers, the galleons, and the hunter to go. I've got so the galleons are 6 9s.
All right, so
The
we're
strikers
gonna
are 5 8s.
We're going to do the hunter next. So 1, 2. That looks like that's still medium range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep.
Yep, so you're looking at 1, 2, 3. You're going to need a 7 to hit with that LRM. And 8. Give me a clustering roll. 7 out of the 20, so 12 missiles, 2 groups of 5, and 1 group of 2 for locations. Give me a location.
6.
You are looking at right leg for the first one,
7.
right torso for the second 5, and then 2.
Oh,
4.
And then the right arm takes 2.
There should be a piloting check there.
There is a piloting check at this point.
That is how many missiles on the last?
2.
2.
I got 10.
10, not a problem. You've got this.
Oh, let's get you out of there.
All
now.
right, that has been the hunter. You still have the 2 strikers and the 2 galleons.
All right, so those 2 strikers currently have range on that thing, right?
They
You
do.
have their sheet.
They do have range. They both be at medium. Well,
So
might be a
That
long.
should be 13. That will be at 15.
15.
So medium and long right now.
medium and long.
So this one and their movement is 5.
5/8.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so
We'll do 2, 3, 4, 5. So no reason not to have 5 like that. I guess you can stay.
6, 8, 9 away, which is going to still put you in medium. So you got 2, and then the
Yeah.
movement for 3. You're going to need 7s, and then I'm going to still give them the intervening woods, so 8s.
Okay. So the first one, I don't have the sheets for those guys.
I have them right here.
LRM 10s.
LRM 10. So you need 8s for both of them, just 1 for each. 6 won't do it. Nope. 5 won't do it, but you still have 2 galleons that haven't moved either. Those guys like to be close range. They are 6/9s.
How
They're
close do
these
they
ones.
have to be?
9.
Have to be 9 minimum to hit. They have to be within 9 to even fire.
So
You want like
1, 2,
3.
But 3 is best.
4, 5.
If they can get within 3, they can actually have a fair amount.
6. Is that messing up their range?
No, but you've got the 1 intervening hex of woods, but absolutely, that's still 1, 2, 3 range. So we're looking at 2 there, makes woods 3. So let's start with the top list of your weapons on these guys. They've got a medium laser that you will need to get a 7 on. And then the small laser, those are right and left sides. So you can only do the medium laser on it anyway. So you're going to need a 7 with that medium laser.
Yep.
That will hit. Give me a hit location on the Marauder. 10 is going to be the
Left side somewhere.
left arm. Takes 5 damage from a medium laser. Then the last galleon.
1, 2,
Still there.
4, 5, 6,
Wow, you need to leave.
8, 9.
Same idea, except yeah, it's going to need the same thing. You're going to need a 7 to hit with that 1 medium laser on the turret. Nope, that won't do it. Then we go into the heavy phase. Either the Marauder or the Orion or the delayed Wolverine, because all of
I
you
would
have gone.
say the Marauder.
You fight
Marauder.
Marauder
valiantly.
first.
Ooh.
Whatever your cause, stand down.
I'm sorry.
You are almost to escape range.
Alright, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna let him have it.
Alpha strike the
Yeah, why not? That's fine.
Alpha striking the cicada. Poor guy.
He knew what
You
this
are at
was.
1 hex range. Modifier is 4 for him and 2 for your run, so you've got 6 plus range for modifiers.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my small laser.
It's 2 hexes?
2 hexes.
Because her PPCs have minimum range of 3.
Ah,
Are we gonna play
good
with
call.
like this?
see, could have gone.
No, her position's
Yeah,
fine. It's
This is
just the
fine.
target
yeah,
numbers.
It just it's going to mean 9, 10. You're going to need 10, 11 for the PPC.
Okay.
10 for the PPC. It's 2 hex minimum range.
It's a 3 hex minimum.
3 hex range, then 11s. So 11 for the PPC.
Okay. Okay, well, my small laser, I don't know what number I need.
Small laser is also 11. So
Oh,
11 for the
wow.
small
Medium
laser and the
range.
PPC.
Okay, no small laser. I'll use a large laser.
That's going to need a 9.
That hits.
Hits.
Large laser hits.
PPC
Needs an 11.
does not get.
Okay.
Medium laser,
Needs a 9.
10.
So we have a large, we have a medium.
Here's another PPC. It's a 9.
No, you need 11.
Need an 11. Almost.
Dang! Okay. Medium is a 7.
Nope. All right, we've got 2 hit locations, large and medium. Give me a hit location number 1.
7.
Center torso for the large laser takes 8 points on that cicada. And that will be the right torso for 5 points. Which in both cases is almost all of the armor on that cicada. They are not known for being stout, tough mechs. Good point, AK. I will cover that shortly, don't worry. That's going to cost to your side on the heavy end. So you've either got the Saladin to go or the Jaeger mech to go.
That Saladin's got to do a bunch of running around in circles to get anywhere, right? So what's it
For the
had
most
15?
part,
12.
12, 10,
8,
12.
8,
Or
12.
8, 12, sorry.
So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right there.
Yeah, and you are totally within range if you do that. Under the bridge, and we're not referring to the Chili Peppers.
Under the bridge.
All right, 1, 2, 3. So you've got movement.
Watch the Beyonce documentary.
She's got like a 1.
2.
2, okay.
So we've got 2, 3, 4. You're going to need 8 plus range, and 3 is short range, which you are at 1, 2, 3. So you're going to need an 8 to hit with that AC 20. And a 7 is just not good enough.
I think all the AC 20s
The
have missed by
Orion
like
is
1.
Woo! Here we go, double buff. I'm going to get the freak out of here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Mm-hmm.
7, and then 8.
And she just
Escape
keeps
range.
running.
And that clears the board if you are continuing to move beyond
Yeah.
that. Did you double move? All right.
Clear the board.
Kantia's mech has left the field of battle. The mule is on its way in to pick her up. That puts your Jaeger mech next.
Come on, y'all.
All right, so 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And can I target the?
Yep.
So
Yep, I'm
can
gonna
I-
give him
can
cover.
Can I target her with the spotters, or do I
Using
need a
indirect
modifier?
fire, yes, but if you split targets, you'll be stacking up penalties. If you want to do that, I would only indirect fire and not fire the AC2s at the Wolverine.
Okay. What would be the difficulty?
You're looking at indirect fire of 1, movement penalty 2, 3, 4, and range 12, 13, and their medium is 14. So,
So that's
yep,
short range.
you're gonna need 7s, even indirect fire,
Let's do it.
but you only get those 2 times indirect fire. 8. I apologize. 8 for the indirect fire.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
All right, 2 rolls at 8 or higher to hit the Marauder over the side. 4 won't do it.
Yes.
8 will do it. Give me a missile clustering roll. 9. Okay, we're looking at 12 of those 15 missiles hit on the Marauder. Give me 3 hit locations.
Right side?
11.
Light side, so it's going to be left leg for 5.
4.
Right arm for 5.
2.
Ooh, through crit. Roll me another location.
8.
8, so 2 more points to the
Center
center
torso.
torso with a possible center torso critical hit. So let's see if we get a critical hit.
That
by
is the
rolling those
last
dice.
of the armor on the center torso.
8, we're going to get one
One
critical
crit.
hit on the center torso.
So 1 and 1.
So give me a die roll followed by a die roll. Just 1 die and then 1 die.
You're good.
So
Forward.
4, so the second chart,
Okay.
and then 1 more. Item number 3.
Fusion engine. So you're going to be building up 5 heat if you alpha.
Okay.
You are running a little hot right now.
Let's get you.
And that kicks us all the way back down, I believe.
I still have to go.
Oh no, you're right. The Wolverine delayed and delayed and delayed. So are you going to go and then go again? Is that how we're going to? Oh no.
Pretty much.
Still get-
Almost. You'll get to
Almost.
move one thing.
Almost. You'll get to move one thing.
Oof. Saladin and the cicada are both
Yeah, Cicada's under the bridge.
4,
Or
right?
sorry, Saladin's right under the bridge. Cicada's right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will shoot everything except the PPC and kick.
Everything but the PPC and kick at the Cicada.
So walk and its run of 4. 8s. So medium laser will miss by 1 with a 7. SRM will miss, and medium laser will miss. But the kick needs a 7. That hits.
All right.
That's 11 points of damage in the 6, whatever
Should be-
which leg that is.
No, I'm just looking at the kick location. That should be the left leg. Yep, that's the left leg.
All right, that is definitely internal.
Give me a possible critical.
One of you want to roll for me? That's 1.
8, 1 critical hit on that leg. Let me grab the cicada sheet, pull it up.
Roll a 1.
The legs are, yep, you gotta get a 1 through 4 for it to matter.
Please roll a 1.
With what?
1 die.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
That's
it's
a 1.
That's the hip actuator. The hip actuator is disabled.
That means its movement is halved.
Oh, nice.
That just went from an 8-12 to a 4-6,
Oh, well,
which is exactly what they needed to accomplish.
yes. Can't chase them.
That kicks it over to your side of the table.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
no, that's the beginning of the round, sorry.
Beginning of the round.
Because they just went, we're gonna start on your side.
Okay.
So one of your mediums is going to go, so either your
We're
cicada
leaving. We need to
or your
get
crab
off the board.
or one of your other tanks. You're only gonna move one before he's gonna get a chance to move
We
again,
need
and
to
your
get out
Saladin can't be
anyways.
one of them.
Yeah.
So it'll be the cicada or somebody in the backfield.
All right, I think it'll be the cicada.
Okay.
The cicada's right there up in everyone's business.
Okay?
The cicada can still move, but not much, correct?
Yep. You can still walk backwards
This
if you
is the
wanted to.
cicada.
Mhm.
It doesn't have minimum range
That was
except on
excellent.
this
The
roll.
Ultra Auto Cannon,
Thank
which
you.
wants to be 2 away, so you could easily go.
I guess luck is on my
Oh,
side. I
one.
don't know.
2. I'm gonna slide.
You're
it
still
this way.
standing.
Yeah.
3.
we'll
And that puts
see.
him at the range, and he's walked.
Okay.
So nervous.
I would want to be there. I want to keep targeting the one that's getting soft.
They want to
We're both pretty soft.
All right.
I'm
Well,
pretty-
you're going to be looking at 1. You're going to need to roll 5s plus range. So let's start with the Ultra Auto Cannon 5. Don't roll 2 1s.
Okay.
For the camera's sake, do you want to move the bridge?
I am moving the bridge so people can see.
Success.
So, all right. So that Ultra Auto Cannon 5 hit. Give me a medium laser roll. This one you'll need 7s for.
Got it.
Hit.
Oof.
Medium laser you'll need a 7 for.
Another good?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And then a small pulse laser you'll need an 8 for.
Can it reach?
Yep.
Should be 1, 2. Oh no, never mind. Start on the pole poster. I thought that was 3. My fault. All right, so you've got 1 hit with the Ultra Auto Cannon. See if both of them hit or just 1. Give me a grouping roll. With 9, we are looking at both of them will hit. So 2 5-point hit locations on the Marauder.
And a medium laser, so 3.
So 9 for the first one.
We are looking at. It's gonna be that's going to be left leg.
Left leg.
8 for the second.
Left torso for the second one.
And then for the medium laser, 8.
And then left torso for that third one again also.
Still there.
Which that was a new round, so it bounces right back to the Wolverine that delayed. This is where that initiative system really pays off.
I can scooch past. Because Saladin and I have a date. 1, 2,
That's cool, man. Do it.
I'll just walk up and kick it. And shoot stuffs too.
Oh, God.
So I should need 8s again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if I'm any better. Well, may as well shoot that PPC anyways. If it's 8s, that means I'll need, what, 11? So, medium laser, that's a miss. SRM6, that's a hit with a 10. That PPC needs an 11. Oh, that whiffed it hard. And then that medium laser, well, that missed too. But
All right,
that,
SRM clustering roll.
well, just a sec. It was kick too,
Oh, kick.
just in case.
Kick,
With a
kick.
7, that hits.
Let's do a clustering roll before we do that kick.
That's a 5. That ain't very good.
No, that's still going to mean that 3 of them hit, so give me 3 locations on that tank.
9.
You're looking at left side with an M.
That's a motive
Motive
system
hit.
hits.
Okay, for 1.
You mean to roll that motive system now?
Uh-huh. Give me a
That-
2d6.
Only a 5.
That's going to be none.
Well, nuts.
However, that was still damage to the side on the right here. That is all of the right-hand side armor.
It was only 2 points. It was one
Only
missile.
two? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 5. So 2 points.
I'm doing.
There's still 3 left. It has a full 5 points of armor on that side. So it's doing great.
That's impressive. That's more than a boss has gotten her center torso.
Oh, don't let anyone know.
All right, so that second one's a 5.
5 for location, which is also going to be, it's a left and motive this time.
Well, that's not very good.
So give me a motive location, or a critical on that one.
That's a 7.
7, that will actually do something. That's a +1 penalty to any drive checks, as it becomes more difficult to operate that Saladin. All right.
And the last missile is in the 9.
A 9, which is going to be right side again and motive again. So another possible.
9.
9, that will be -1 to its cruise MP and a +2 to drive checks. So we're at a +3 to drive checks. And we are now a 7-11 instead of an 8-12 for speed.
Well, that's useful. And then I got 11-point kick coming up in the 7.
7. We are looking at the front for 11 points, and it's already been damaged in the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is the entirety of the front structure and armor. The Saladin's front end is destroyed. It is disabled.
I'm happy.
Nice shooting, Luke.
Yeah, though I'm also a very convenient target, which is not very convenient for me.
All right, everybody else on your side but your Jaeger and your Saladin.
That seems fair. So.
By fair, you mean we're kind of up the creek.
So we'll do.
Fighting with the beavers.
We'll do these guys first. So these guys can go 6, right?
5 8s for those.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to get too close with them, do I?
Oh, that's good. You as long as you're at least 6 away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't want to get closer than that with those guys.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave him there. So that gives him a clean shot.
All right. You got an LRM to fire. You've got.
Got to save that Saladin, boys.
1, 2, 3.
I'm more than happy to let them get out
You're
and
gonna need
go
to get
on their
7.
little ways.
Got it.
12. You will hit with the LRM. Give me a clustering roll.
Well, nuts.
10. Oh, 16 of those LRM 20 missiles hit the Wolverine. Give me a hit location.
4.
You are going to take 5 to the right arm.
3.
That's also the right arm.
So 10 to the right arm?
10 to the right arm total so far.
8.
Oh, jeez.
The left torso takes 5.
5?
Mm-hmm. It's 5, 5, 5. It's an arm 20.
It's a striker. It has an LRM 10.
Oh, yeah, that was the striker?
I thought it was a striker.
It's whatever that is.
That's a
I did
striker.
know arm 20. So to go all the way back on all those damage rolls, I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm fine. Cause
We didn't do 10 points because not all of those hit. It would have been 5 and 3. So it would have been 8 total points, and that would have been it on
Okay.
that first initial strike.
that was the
That is
right
my
arm,
fault.
correct?
Yep.
So
Only 8 total to it.
So I just get 2 back. That's fine.
Okay, and then this fellow will do about the same thing. 1.
I hope when you
2,
mean about,
3,
you mean
4,
miss.
5. Try. Take a shot at that guy.
All right. Gonna need to do it again.
7.
8.
8. Got it.
10. That'll do it. This one is now arm 10 this time. We're doing it right. Go ahead and give me a grouping.
3.
That is going to be 3. So 3 points of damage to the 11, the left arm.
Well, that's a potential crit.
All right, rooming for a potential critical. 9. We will get
Well, that's
a
1.
critical hit on that arm.
Just a D6 and re-roll in a 6.
Roll that.
Okay.
5.
Well, nuts. There goes a medium laser.
We have a laser down on that one. Your next vehicle.
Alright, so we'll do these little guys.
All right, those are 6 9s.
So 1,
Too many.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're going to want to not occupy the same square.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
No, you can.
Oh, you can for friendlies?
A friendly, you can have a tank and a mech.
Okay, so you're now maxed out in that
So
space.
it's-
He's good.
Who are we firing at?
That
The,
one's
the same
supporting-
one that you're
supporting
trying to
the
take out?
cicada. Yep.
Okay. He's at 4 hex range, so that means you're only going to be able to fire the 1 medium laser on the turret with him. And you are looking at needing a 9 to hit. 11. Give me a hit location for the medium laser on the Marauder.
8.
That's going to be the center torso of the Marauder.
Is that?
Right hand. No, that's front. So that's going to be the left torso.
That's still a possible crit.
Left torso of the Marauder. Roll for a potential critical hit. 7, no critical hit.
Alright, and these guys are 8.
Same as 6'9". He's the same
6'9".
as this guy right here.
Good news is, they're not doing reach out and touch someone.
5.
They don't have anymore.
That'd be extremely
All right,
inconvenient.
1, 2, 3. Again, one
Especially
shot.
as I'm getting
You're gonna
shot
need a
at.
9 on this one. Nope. No, that won't do it. All right, you still have the Scorpion, the Hunter, and the Crab that need to go.
Scorpion's on this side. So he's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot it.
All right, he's also gonna need that 9. Nope.
Thank you, Hill.
And
Crab and the Hunter are left.
Crab is 5, 8.
He's gonna have a hard time doing much of anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep. Turn 1.
6,
Forward 2 more.
and you can 8.
Fire shots on him. Looking at 1, 2, 3,
it
4,
doesn't
5,
really matter,
6. 6 for range. What do we got here? Well, let's start with the not impeded large laser. Is going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to need a 9, and then a 10, and then a 12. 9. Nope. 10 for the other. Nope. And 12 for the other.
Nope.
No. And then the last thing you have is that Hunter tank in the
Oh,
back.
I forgot about it. Hunter has
It's just a big LRM launcher.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
And he can do
6, 7, 8. And you can also do indirect fire.
Yeah, we're gonna do indirect fire on
All right.
the
1,
one in the back.
2, 3, 4. You're gonna need an 8. 9 for indirect.
Okay.
Yep. 9. That will hit. Give me a clustering roll on that Marauder.
5.
5. That means you're gonna be getting 12 missiles through because it is an LRM-20 this time. 3 locations.
12.
Head hit for 5.
That's a potential crit.
Roll for a possible critical. 5 is not a critical.
And you might want to make
Another
sure you stay
pilot
awake.
wound. Consciousness roll.
Thank
You are still conscious.
We need to get you out of there, girl.
Give me another location.
7.
That will be the center torso.
That's a potential crit.
Roll for possible critical. 11.
That's 2 of them.
2 critical hits. And then let's do those last 2 points of damage before we move to that
9.
The left torso takes 2 more.
That's also potential crit.
Roll there for possible critical. 11. So 2 critical hits in the torso center, 2 critical in the left.
Well, left torso we can just do because there's just one double heat sink there.
All right, so
So,
that's
boom,
knocked
boom.
out. And then center torso, roll a die, and then roll a die. Group 1, and roll 1 more. Item number 3.
So that's an engine hit. That's
Second
a
engine
second
hit.
engine.
Not disabled yet, but getting there.
Doesn't he have one more?
Yeah. That was 5. Torso.
Yeah,
engine,
center
engine.
torso,
Yep,
he
one
would
more
have
center
one.
torso. Roll
Is it?
dice.
Because I
just
tried to
roll
be
the die.
fair.
Group 2, and item number 2.
All right, so that's the third fusion engine hit.
The engine is disabled on that Marauder.
Wait, what? So it can't move?
So that means that the mech kind of shuts down, which is very inconvenient.
No!
But if you survive this turn, you get out of your mech, I can pick you up as I run past.
Okay.
This is true. Now, it would kick over to the Marauder, except you're out. So I'm assuming that you're going to be doing something along the lines of getting out of your mech.
Well,
Yeah.
delay first, in case there's any fire coming your way.
Yeah, that seems advisable.
And the only thing you have left that can operate is your Jaeger.
Yes.
Because your Saladin is
It's so dense. It's so intense. It is so
Oh, is it
intense.
my turn?
It is only your Jaeger left if
Alright.
she's delaying.
So that Jaeger is gonna go ahead and just bomb this thing.
All right. We are going 1.
That's why I didn't
2,
want you
3,
getting out of
4,
your
5.
mech if you was bombing
the
it while
damage
you were out
one?
on
Okay, it
the
is shut down.
Makes sense.
I know.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You are continuing to shoot the shut down mech.
Yep.
I like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hex range. One cover there, so looking at less than medium, less than medium, less than medium, less than medium. So you're gonna need 4.
Okay. Got it.
5 hits,
Let's
3
go.
misses, 7 hits, and 6 hits. So we are still shooting the Marauder that is disabled. I'm just pointing this out.
Yep.
All right, give me a missile clustering roll.
4.
Ooh, 6 of the LRM-15 missiles hit. Give me 2 locations on that.
8.
8 is going to be center torso.
Is it the front or side?
It will be side, right side.
Okay, so yeah. 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
And
1 point
7.
to the right torso.
Well, at least you got armor there.
And then we have 2 AC2 hits. So what will the locations on those?
6.
Those will be right leg
8.
and center torso again.
Center torso is potential crit, but don't know if that matters.
And I'm not rolling them because it's disabled. The mech's shut down, so it can't really do much to it at this point. It is not going to be able to restart. If it was a heat shutdown or something similar, I would do it, but that mech cannot restart on this battle. Now, that ends the turn. And where this turn ends on, a little help and support has come in as part of the extraction. Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
As your forces are pursuing a group of unidentified
Wow.
aerospace fighters,
Free sky.
attack and destroy the bridge,
Oh.
collapsing it and blocking your forces from pursuit.
Open comms to Adept Hobbs.
Your power's off.
Damn, you don't even have anything? I can't, there's no emergency communication?
And though you must leave the free sky Marauder behind that someone really, really wanted,
It's the second
your
time I
mission
messed up again.
has been a success.
How?
I just hope whatever Comstar guy gives you was worth it.
Me too. Me too, computer.
I want to thank you all
Which
for
has no
joining
power
us
right now.
on another wonderful episode together here on Death from Above! We love you all, and we'll see you all again soon.
Reactor